Long Island Ducks. Leading off right fielder Dan Lentini. Batting second, shortstop Dan Lyons. Batting third, center fielder Delta Liberty Jr. Batting fourth, third baseman Cody Pocket.
This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Justin Davies at the plate, the winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on, bouncing ball left side, off the mitt, up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. The Ducks are one quack away from the championship. Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch, and the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Lions bunts up the third baseline. Esquivel charging in. They're not going to have a play. And the Ducks are the champions of the Atlantic League here in 2012. Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch. Adam Bailey makes the catch. And for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks Northwell Health Southside Hospital pregame show.
We are live here at New Britain Stadium in New Britain, Connecticut. It is time once again for Long Island Ducks baseball. Tonight it's Game 3 of a 4-game series as the Ducks take on the New Britain Bees. Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Michael Pollack. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play for all of tonight's action. Thanks so much for tuning in here on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball, and online as well at liducks.com. Tough start to the road trip for the Ducks. They have dropped the first 2 games of this 4-game series to the Bees. Last night fell behind 9-1 behind a 6-run second inning for the Bees, and then single runs in the 4th, 5th, and 6th. But Long Island put on a late surge, nearly made the complete comeback, and fell just short, straining the tying runs on base in a 9-7 defeat. Let's get you the quick recap of yesterday's game. Again, it was that second inning that doomed the Ducks. Bobby Blevins, the starter for Long Island, allowed 3 consecutive one-out singles before John Griffin's RBI groundout brought in a run and made it 1-0. The big at-bat of the inning was when John DeZamba came to the plate and drew a 2-out walk. That would set the stage for James Skelton, who delivered a 2-run single to right, and Greg Golson a 3-run home run to center. 6 runs on 7 hits in the inning, and the Bees had a 6-0 lead. Ducks would claw out a run in the 3rd inning on back-to-back 2-out singles from Anthony Vega and Phelan Lentini, and then Vega would score from second on an error by DeZamba off a hard-hit ground ball from Cleary Jr., and so the Ducks had closed it within 6-1, but the Bees, as we mentioned, single runs in the 4th, 5th, and 6th. James Skelton, a 2-out solo homer to right in the 4th, a 1-out RBI double by Cole Garner in the 5th, and then a 2-out RBI double by Jovan Rosa in the 6th. The Ducks would begin to claw back, though, in the 7th inning, as with 1 out, Mike Dowd double to center, and that would bring up Mike Blank. First pitch, and Blank will hit one on the ground through into center field, base hit out of the diving reach of Jonathan Roof. Around third is Dowd. He will come in to score. It's an RBI single for Mike Blank. Now the Ducks get their second run of the night and close to within 7. So that made it a 9-2 game, and then in the 8th inning, following a leadoff double from Delta Cleary Jr., up came Cody Puckett. Here's the 2-1. Puckett line drive into right center field. That will get down for a base hit. Around third is Cleary Jr. He is in to score. Cody Puckett, with his 3rd hit of the night, picks up RBI number 61. And the Ducks are within 6 at 9-3. Dan Lyons would reach on an error to follow, and up came Ruben Gotay. Basically on the ground, and right when it hit that lip of the grass or just past it, as Gotay grounds one to first, and this one skips past Griffin into right. Around third is Puckett. He will come in to score. Going for third is Lyons. He is there safely. Another run has crossed home plate here in the 8th, and it's a 9-4 ball game. And that would spell the end of the night for Nate Rowe, the starter for the Bees, after 7 innings plus 4 batters. Brandon Fry would come in. He would strike out Tyler Colvin, get Mike down on a sac fly to center. That would bring in Dan Lyons, and then he would strike out Mike Blank to end the threat. But at that point, the Ducks had closed to within 9-5. Fry stayed in the 9th inning and walked Vega, walked Lentini to start the inning. And after falling behind 1-0 on Cleary Jr., Stan Clyburn called upon his closer, Sean Gilblair. He would strike out Cleary Jr. looking and get Puckett on a strikeout swinging. But the Ducks would rally with 2 outs as Dan Lyons came to the plate. Here's the 2-2, and Lyons will swing and hit a ground ball to the left side, and it skips past Rosa into left field. In to score from second is Vega. Lentini will stop at second base. Dan Lyons is on. And the Ducks have narrowed the gap to 3. It's now a 9-6 ball game. So Lyons with the RBI single, and Gotay would follow with another. The 1-1. Gotay, a line drive left center field on the run over Greg Golson. He won't get it. It lands for a base hit. Lentini around third. He will score. Going to third is Lyons, an RBI single for Ruben Gotay, and it's now a 9-7 ball game. Tyler Colvin would follow, and he would hit a deep drive to right field, but it was caught on the warning track by Craig Maddox, nearly tied up the ball game, and instead the Ducks end up falling 9-7. Take a break. When we come back, I'll sit down with Ducks first baseman Mike Blank to talk about the tough start to the road trip and his success at the plate of late.
Hi, this is manager Kevin Byers, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northwell Health Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and Northwell Health Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at northwell.edu.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Back here at New Britain Stadium as the Ducks and the Bees get ready to do battle in game number 3 of this 4-game set. Before tonight's game, I caught up with Ducks first baseman Mike Blank. Mike, it's been a tough start to the road trip for you guys, but you did battle back yesterday after falling behind 9-1 to get it to within 9-7. Were you happy with the way the offense fought back in that game after falling behind big?
Of course. I mean, we got a bunch of guys here that, that never say die attitude, and, we believe in our bats, and we believe in our offense, and, I feel like we made it a game, and just got to carry that into today.
With all of the pitchers that have had their contracts purchased of late, plus the injuries that have befallen this team, has it been tough for you guys to mentally stay focused on the task at hand, especially, too, considering the fact that you've already clinched a playoff spot this year?
It's just more finding, kind of everyone's roles, especially out of the bullpen, pitching schedules, things like that, knowing, kind of when to get ready and which innings like that, and it seems like we're just finding that right now, and I think we will. We've been doing a good job of battling, though. I don't feel like we've given up or anything like that at all, like any at-bats or anything like that. So, those things happen in baseball sometimes, and we're just finding ourselves right now, but I feel like we'll be a good unit towards the end of the year and finish strong.
As a catcher, has it been a very big challenge for you to get accustomed to all the new faces that have come into the clubhouse, especially on the pitching staff?
Just getting to know them, getting to know what they like to do, especially, in certain counts and certain situations. So, me and Dowd both kind of talking to them and working with them, so we'll get better at that, definitely coming up on this road trip.
You caught the first game of this 4-game set with Mike Jackson Jr. on the mound making his debut. How impressed were you with what he threw and his overall performance flying across country and pitching all in the same day?
I mean, that just shows a lot about him and him being a competitor. I mean, just one pitch with a 3-run home run, it was the only really mistake he made. Other than that, he pitched really well, and then he battled after that and gave, I think, 4 scoreless innings after that. So it just shows a tribute to him and what he's willing to do for the team and willing to get innings so we can get deep into that bullpen. The bullpen's been kind of used a lot lately, so they're kind of, battling through some things, and it definitely helps to have a guy come in and do that.
I'm not sure if there's a specific answer to this, but on the road this season, you guys have struggled a bit comparatively to what you guys have been doing at home, where you've had the second best home record in the Atlantic League this year. Can you pinpoint one thing as to maybe why it's been more of a struggle away from home?
I just think maybe the timing of it, maybe some injuries towards times we've been on the road and things like that. Definitely at home, it seems like we have kind of that home field advantage, and we have the defense out there first and kind of play off of that. Go off kind of situational hitting. And it seems like on the road we got to get the bats going early and score early so that we can kind of get to that bullpen so everyone can kind of know who's pitching and things like that. I feel like at home we do a good job of that. I think we can be better at that on the road.
That was another thing I was going to ask was in this series, especially a couple times early in the games, you had their starter on the ropes, had some opportunities to get the first lead of the game, didn't get it, and they responded with a big second inning. What's it going to take for the offense? Do you feel like guys are pressing a little bit early in the game, or is it a situation where guys just need to have better at-bats early?
I just think that if everyone kind of does their own role, has a good at-bat, I mean, you're going to get out and things are going to happen. You're going to hit balls at people. But if you battle and you can maybe work a walk, you start 0-2 and work a walk, something like that, then that leads to the next guy, and then we can get in that situational hitting type of offense, which we're really good at. And it just seems like right now we're kind of all just trying to score runs ourselves instead of going, getting on base and going to the next guy and getting guys on third and sacrifice flies, things like that, which we're really good at.
You had another RBI base hit yesterday, and I know you seem to, at least from an outsider's perspective, seem to start be feeling a little bit more comfortable at the plate, picking up some more hits. Do you feel like you're starting to get more comfortable and seeing more of the results, although still some of those hard hit outs that really you just can't do anything about?
It's just been one of those years, a lot of hard outs, but I'm not going to let that kind of affect the stretch towards the end. I just got to keep hitting the ball in the barrel. I mean, sometimes it's going to find holes. I feel like I've put good at-bats together. Sometimes it's been, an unfortunate result, but those are the things that in baseball you really have to be strong mentally and know that, you're a good player and be confident. So I feel like that hasn't wavered at all. So I just think the results have been better, but I feel like my approach and things like that have been about the same throughout the year. But definitely trying to finish strong and stay focused. And just my whole goal is just try to have a good at-bat every time.
Thanks so much, Mike. Best of luck throughout the rest of the road trip.
Thank you.
That is Mike Blank in his second season with the Long Island Ducks, one of the catchers on this squad, but last couple games has been playing first base. He's actually been doing that more so with some of the injuries the Ducks have had this season and is back at first base tonight. Speaking of that, let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game. For the Ducks, a bit different tonight as Phelan Lentini will lead off. He is the right fielder. Dan Lyons moves up to the number 2 spot at shortstop. Delta Cleary Jr., the center fielder, will hit third, and in the cleanup spot, the third baseman, Cody Puckett. Ruben Gotay bats fifth. He is the second baseman. Mike Dowd will do the catching and bat sixth. Mike Blank, as we mentioned, at first base, batting seventh. John Curry, the Long Island native, will hit in the 8th spot tonight as the designated hitter. And another Long Island native, Chris Skura, is out in left field for the Ducks, and he will bat ninth. On the other side for the Bees, James Skelton leads off as the catcher. Greg Golson bats second in left field. Jovan Rosa, the 3-hitter and third baseman, and in the cleanup spot is the right fielder, Craig Maddox. Cole Garner is the designated hitter, bats fifth. Michael Kraus in center field will bat sixth. Jonathan Roof is the 7-hitter. He is the shortstop tonight. John Griffin at first base bats eighth, and rounding out the order is the second baseman, John DeZamba. If that sounds familiar, it's because it's the same lineup the Bees have had the last 2 nights where they've picked up victories over the Ducks. On the mound for the Ducks tonight is their ace, that is right-hander John Brownell, who enters 8-4 with a 3.18 ERA. He had made 12 consecutive quality starts prior to his last one, which was this past Friday against the Barnstormers when he took a no decision and allowed 7 runs in 6 innings. So he will look to get back on the right track tonight. And Anthony Marzi makes the spot start tonight after Kyle Simon, who was scheduled to start, was scratched yesterday. And the left-hander Marzi on the mound, ready to go for the Bees. First pitch of tonight's ballgame is on the way, and Lantini takes a fastball upstairs. We're underway at about 6:34 p.m. here in New Britain. Beautiful evening for baseball. Couldn't have asked for better weather today. Much less humid and much cooler out. 1-0, and Lantini takes downstairs. Marzi in a quick 2-0 hole. Left-hander for the Bees, 3-1 with a 2.95 ERA. Undisclosed reason as to why Kyle Simon was scratched from his start. Hopefully nothing too serious if it's injury related. 2-0. That's upstairs, ball 3. And Lantini quickly ahead at 3 balls and no strikes. Simon has had a great year. We were highly anticipating the matchup tonight between Simon and Brownell. Simon on the season 6-5 with a 2.96 ERA. 3-0. And Lantini takes up and away ball 4. So a good start for the Ducks. As Anthony Marzi misses with 4 straight pitches. It's a Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quacker Jack Foundation wins. So the leadoff man on for Long Island, and we'll see if Kevin Baez employs Lantini's speed at all. 35 stolen bases this year, the second most in the Atlantic League this season behind New Britain's Michael Kraus, who has 42. Dan Lyons, the shortstop and 2-hitter from the right side, will step to the plate. Marzi will kick and fire to the plate. And the breaking ball taken down and in, ball 1. Lantini was dancing off of first, and obviously he'll have to be more careful with the left-hander on the mound. He's got a longer time to look at the runner and can make the quicker pickoff move than a right-hander would. Marzi comes set on the hill, working out of the stretch. Here's the 1-0. Lions taking down and in. 6 straight balls from Marzi, and he's quickly behind at 2-0. That's one thing Marzi has struggled with this year. He's got 33 walks this season to 33 strikeouts in 48 2/3 innings. So the Ducks looking like they will show some discipline at the plate here early on. Throw over to first, chases Lentini back. He's been caught just 4 times this year. So clear skies overhead, some high, thin clouds, nothing threatening. The lights are on at New Britain Stadium. 2-0 delivery. There goes Lentini. Pitch is taken for a strike. The throw down to second, not in time, and it caroms out into center field. Lentini will take off and try for third. Here's the throw from Michael Kraus, not in time. So Kevin Baez allows Lentini to use his speed. He picks up his 36th stolen base of the year, moves to third on the E2. And for Skelton, it'll be his 4th error of the year. And now the Ducks with a runner at third and nobody out. Well, we've talked about it before in this series. The Ducks in both the first and second game had opportunities, specifically in the second inning, where they had a chance to take an early lead and did not do it, and the Bees responded with a big second inning. So the Ducks with a chance here to take that first run of the game. 2-1 misses inside from Marzi, running the count to 3 balls and a strike. And again, all Lions needs to do is lift a fly ball to the outfield. Other than a shallow one, it should be deep enough to get Lentini home. 3-1. Lions swings. It's a chopper on the ground, foul up the third base line. Jovan Rosa will pick up the baseball, and it looks like Lions might have actually dinged himself up on that foul ball. He ended up on his backside down on the grass, or excuse me, on the dirt at home plate. And now Dottie Pitchford, the trainer for the Ducks, comes out to check on him as he is bent over to the left of the batter's circle. And it looks like he must have caught himself. He just pointed down to his left foot, kind of the top inside part of that foot, where he must have fouled that ball off. The Ducks can ill afford any injuries at this point with the amount of injuries that they have sustained here in the second half, but he seems like he is okay. Gives the head nod to both his manager Kevin Baez and to the trainer Dottie Pitchford, who will head back to their respective places. And Dan Lyons will step back in with the count full at 3-2. John Griffin, the first baseman, playing in tight. Jovan Rosa about halfway at third. Middle infielders are back. They will concede the first inning run on a ground ball. Here's the 3-2. And Lyons grounds one again up the third baseline, and again a foul ball. I think Lyons might have caught it off his foot again, and now he walks to the right side of the batter's box. The ball ended up trickling back fair off of that foul ball, but again, I think it caught his foot, and so that is why it was called a foul ball. Kevin Baez was looking to see if the trainer needed to come out again, but Lyons seems okay, so we'll have another 3-2 offering. Marzi comes set, fires to the plate, and Lyons will take a breaking ball on the outside corner, strike 3 called. So after Marzi came inside with the last pitch and got Lyons to foul another one off his foot, he goes outside on the breaking ball and gets the called strike 3 from tonight's home plate umpire, who is Don Goller. He's joined on the bases by John Grasso, the first base umpire, and Carl Best, who is around at third. So a big strikeout for Marzi for the first out. Now here is Delta Cleary Jr., a switch hitter from the right side. First pitch on the way from Marzi, and a breaking ball misses upstairs, 1-0. Cleary Jr. at .326 on the season, third best batting average in the Atlantic League. 2 home runs, 38 runs batted in. Now most of the infielders are in, with the exception of the shortstop, Jonathan Roof. And here Cleary Jr. pops one up foul, first base side. This will go back into the seats. And now the count even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Bees are in their home white uniforms with the black pinstripes. White pants with the black stripe down the side. The Ducks are in their road gray jerseys tonight, Long Island inscript on the front. 1-1, fouled straight back to the screen by Cleary Jr. on the breaking ball. So Cleary Jr. now behind at 1-2 with Lentini still parked at third base. Now Roof moves in, so the entire infield is in just behind the grass. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Cleary Jr. takes low and inside. Marzi missed. That will even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Cleary Jr. Bees have scored the first run of the game in both games of this series. Now the 2-2, swing and a foul tip into the glove of Skelton for strike 3. So after the walk, the stolen base, and the error, strikeouts of Lyons and Cleary Jr. And now 2 outs that'll allow the infield to move back. And a chance for Marzi to get out of this inning with no damage done. Defensively tonight for the Bees, Greg Golson is the left fielder. Michael Kraus is in center. Craig Maddox in right. On the infield, it's Jovan Rosa at third. Jonathan Roof is at short. First pitch coming up here to Cody Puckett. And it is dealt inside, and I believe it hit him. Caught him on the jersey. Didn't hit him by much, but must have grazed the jersey. And so Cody Puckett will make his way down to first. The 11th time this year that he's been hit by a pitch, the most in the Atlantic League. And so now runners at the corners with 2 away for Ruben Gotay. Rest of the infield, John DeZamba is at second base, John Griffin at first. Behind home plate doing the catching is James Skelton and Anthony Marzi on the mound. So now the baton passed to Ruben Gotay, who had a pair of runs batted in on a pair of hits last night, late in the game. And we'll see if he can deliver an RBI here in the first inning tonight. First pitch from Marzi, and Gotay takes the fastball upstairs, 1-0. Gotay at 294 on the season, 6 home runs, 47 runs batted in, having a nice season for Long Island. Lentini leads from third, Puckett from first, and the 1-0. High fly ball into left field. Drifting back a couple steps is Greg Golson. He will make the catch, and the Ducks waste the big opportunity in the first inning. A leadoff walk, a stolen base, and an error puts a runner at third with nobody out. But the Ducks fail to plate the run. No hits in the inning, no errors, 1 error, and 2 runners left on base. Through a half inning here at New Britain Stadium, it's the Ducks, nothing, and the Bees coming to bat.
Hey fans, this is outfielder and bench coach Lou Ford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolat patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolat walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolat pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolat's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolat. Visit Nicolat.com.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owls party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark. On to the bottom of the first inning. No score here at New Britain Stadium. The Ducks and Municipal Credit Union have teamed up once again this season to present the Walks with a Purpose promotion. Every time a Long Island Ducks player walks, Municipal Credit Union will make a donation to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Municipal Credit Union serving members since 1916. So the Ducks continuing to have trouble getting that first run of the ball game across. We mentioned they did not score the first run in either of the first 2 games of this series. And in fact, you have to go all the way back to the first game of the series against the Somerset Patriots on August the 8th. That was the first game of the homestand, in which the Ducks scored 2 runs in the first inning off Randy Boone. So that means it has now been 8 straight games coming into tonight, in which the Ducks have not scored the first run of the ball game. Now, granted, that could change tonight still. The Bees have yet to score. But it definitely has been a bit of a problem. You heard it from Mike Blank during the pregame show. The Ducks have just been putting themselves behind the 8 ball early, and that's been a problem as to why the Ducks have lost 4 games in a row coming into tonight. And an opportunity in the first with a runner at third and nobody out. But Long Island could not plate the run. So we go to the bottom of the first inning, and here is James Skelton, the lefty hitter, to lead off against John Brownell. First pitch is a fastball strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Skelton has had himself a fine series. He's up to 271 on the year with 9 home runs, a career high, and 34 runs batted in. 0-1 fastball, outside corner again from Brownell. And he is quickly ahead at 0-2. Brownell certainly looking to bounce back tonight after the tough series, the tough appearance as a starter, as this one misses high for ball one against Somerset during the against Lancaster, during the series opener last Friday. He allowed 7 runs on 10 hits in 6 innings. 1-2, breaking ball down and in. Try to go off speed and missed inside. Now the count 2-2. Ultimately, though, the Ducks rallied back to win 10-7, so Brownell got the no decision. 2-2. Rocketed in a right center field. On the run over Lentini. He won't get it. It lands for a base hit. Skelton will hold on at first. And a leadoff single for the Bee catcher, who has continued to hurt the Ducks in this series. So Skelton is on, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Greg Golson. Skelton now 4 of 9 in the series. He's driven in 4 runs and scored 3. So up to the plate steps the righty hitting Greg Golson, who has a home run during this series as well. It came yesterday. First pitch from Brownell. He squares to bunt and takes a curveball high and inside, 1-0. Golson at 283 on the year for New Britain. 2 home runs, 26 runs batted in. And no surprise here that Golson trying to lay down a bunt to move Skelton in a scoring position. 1-0, he squares again, takes outside this time. And so Brownell behind the 8 ball at 2-0. Wind tonight very lightly blowing out towards right center field. Not much, though, to speak of. Here comes the 2-0 pitch from the Ducks right-hander. Golson does not square this time and lines one into right field for a base hit. Skelton will go to second. He'll stop right there. And the Bees threatening early with runners at first and second and nobody out. And that's where getting those early runs comes into play for Long Island. It's so imperative, if you're the Ducks offense, to try and get that early lead and put the opponent in a position where they have to come from behind. When you miss out on a big opportunity, it gives the opponent life and some momentum, and we've seen it shift quickly to where the Bees have turned in big innings following missed opportunities from the Ducks in this series. So now here's the dangerous Jovan Rosa with 2 on and nobody out. First pitch to him, and he takes a fastball over the outside corner for strike 1. Rosa batting .302 on the season with 10 home runs and 50 runs batted in, and has feasted upon Ducks pitching, hitting .362 this year against Long Island. Brownell's 0-1. Rosa cracks one into left field. On the run, Chris Skura. He'll have to play it on a hop. It's a base hit. Everybody else moves up a base, and the bases are loaded for New Britain. Still nobody out. Well, in the first game of this series, the Ducks did not know what to expect with Mike Jackson. Mike Jackson Jr. taking the mound, making his Ducks debut. He turned in a nice effort, but ultimately took the loss. And yesterday, Bobby Blevins, who has struggled this year, took the mound, and he had struggles. But tonight, the Ducks hoping that John Brownell will be able to turn in a strong performance. He's into trouble early, though. Bases are loaded for New Britain, and nobody out in the first inning. Brownell comes set at the belt. His first pitch to Craig Maddox, and that's lifted in the air, foul down the left field line, out of play. And the count goes 2-1. Craig Maddox, .296 hitter, 9 home runs, 44 runs batted in. From the stretch, Brownell's 0-1. Maddox, liner towards left, into left center field, base hit. Scoring is Skelton. Around third is Golson. He will score a 2-run single for Maddox. 4 straight hits for the Bees to start off tonight, and they lead it 2-0. So Mai has momentum shifted. The Ducks with a chance in the first could not score. The Bees have gotten 4 straight singles off of Brownell. The infield there was shifted to the right side, even with the bases loaded. So Dan Lyons was shaded up the middle. He had to try and range back to his right as it was hit towards left center. If Lyons was in his normal position, that very well could have been a double play. But instead it goes into left center for a 2-run single, and the Bees are in front. So 2 on, first and second, still nobody out. And here is Cole Garner to the plate. First pitch, he squares to bunt, pushes it foul at the plate. And the count goes to 0-1. And so the Ducks have put themselves behind the 8 ball, 9th consecutive game that they have allowed the first run. And Long Island has struggled this year when allowing opponents to score first. Here's the 0-1. That ball missed inside. Ducks this year 20-31 when the opponent scores first, 39-17 when they score first. So the Bees already with a 2 spot. And still nobody out. Here comes a 1-1 to Garner. Brownell delivers, and Garner fists one out towards short, caught by Dan Lyons. Throw back to second in time, double play. I am not sure at all what Jovan Rosa was doing there, but clearly ranged too far off the second base bag, and a break for the Ducks. A 6-4 double play, and just like that, 2 outs in the inning. So a little bit of a base running blunder there for Rosa, who went too far off of the second base bag on that line drive, which wasn't hit all that hard. But Lyons was easily able to make the play. Now 2 outs in the inning, and here is Michael Kraus. First pitch, Kraus thought about bunting, and he ends up taking a strike. Kraus has tremendous speed, so the Ducks do have to pay attention to that. If he tries to lay down a bunt with his speed, it's very tough to get him out, especially if he pushes it past the mound. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball, chopped foul at the plate. Bounced up and caught Kraus on the leg. He seems to be all right, though, and it's 0-2. Brownell on the season, 8-4 record, 3.18 ERA. He's the Atlantic League's leader currently in innings pitched and complete games. 130 innings and 4 complete games on the season, including 1 against the Bees in a 7-inning game. 0-2. Breaking ball down low. Kicked away from down, but not far enough for Maddox to advance to second. And the count goes to 1-2. Once again, a light crowd on hand here tonight. I'd say about the same, maybe a few more than were the case the last 2 nights. I definitely would say a little bit more. The weather is much less humid today, a little bit more comfortable out. Maddox leads at first. And the 1-2 delivery. Chopped on the ground, over the mound towards second. Ruben Gotay will field. He'll step on the second base bag. Smart decision with Kraus's speed, and that will end the inning. However, 4 straight singles to start the game for the Bees. Played 2 runs. No errors in the inning, and 1 runner left on base. Through 1 here at New Britain Stadium, Bees in front, 2-0.
Hi, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Municipal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Ducks. For 100 years, MCU has helped New Yorkers achieve their goals with competitive financial products and services. Meet your important or unexpected needs with an MCU personal loan. Whether it's the cost of moving, a family vacation, or even home repairs, an MCU personal loan is a simple solution. To learn more about how an MCU personal loan can work for you, visit nymcu.org today. MCU, celebrating 100 years of service.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Not the start the Ducks were looking for as they trail 2-0 going into the second inning here in New Britain. Time for the Ducks Health Report, which is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapist of the Long Island Ducks. Currently, the Ducks are without 3 players who are on the disabled list. Mark Menikazi, who is recovering from an ankle injury, Lou Ford, who is recovering from a hamstring injury, and DJ Mitchell, who has an oblique strain. They are all out on the disabled list. Meanwhile, the Ducks have 2 players on the inactive list who are hurt, and that is Dustin Richardson with a lat strain and Scott Schumann with an oblique strain, both pitchers as well for Long Island. First pitch on the way to Mike Dowd is a fastball strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Bees, meanwhile, have a bit of an unhealthy bench. James McGuigan, who got into a collision in York a little over a week ago, dealing with an upper body injury, and Anthony Hewitt is out with a knee injury. 0-1, breaking ball is on the outside corner for a called strike, and the count goes to 0-2. So right now, just one healthy bench player in the form of backup catcher Nick Murphy. Not sure if either Hewitt or McGuigan are available in an emergency need. 0-2 from Marzi. Dowd takes the fastball upstairs for ball 1. Tomorrow this series will conclude, then the Ducks will fly down to Sugar Land, Texas, where they will take on the Skeeters for 3 games this weekend. The 1-2 pitch from Marzi, and Dowd swings and misses, strike 3. Third strikeout of the ball game for Marzi, and there is the first out of the second inning. Marzi has had an interesting season, 25 games, 2 of which are starts. He is 3-1 with a 2.95 ERA and has 1 save. We mentioned he's had trouble with walks, 33 and 48 in 2/3 innings. He's allowed 37 hits while striking out 33, but enters tonight with 13 1/3 consecutive scoreless innings. First pitch to Mike Blank, misses down and in for ball 1, and it looked like that was going to be in jeopardy right away, but was able to get out of the inning unscathed. So now 14 1/3 scoreless innings thrown by Marzi. 1-0. Ground ball, left side and through. Mike Blank continues to stay hot at the plate. He's got a base hit. The first single of the night for Long Island. And he is on with a 1 out in the second. So now for Mike Blank, he has reached base safely in 10 of his last 11 games. In his last 10 games coming in, 12 for 38, a .316 batting average with 3 doubles, a homer, 4 RBIs, and 2 runs. And even when he has made out, he has hit the ball hard a few times. So he is on with a 1 out single. And now here is John Curry from the right side to the plate. First pitch from Marzi, and Curry takes a breaking ball for a called strike on the inside corner. Curry 0 for 1 so far with the Ducks with a strikeout. He's been playing prior to this with the Long Island Black Sox, semi-pro team on Long Island. And the 0-1 fouled straight back to the screen. Good cut by Curry. Just missed it. And now 0-2. Played back with the Ducks in 2011 briefly. Long Island bringing him in as an extra outfield option, typically off the bench, but getting the start here tonight with some of the lefties getting some rest with the left-hander on the mound. 0-2 breaking ball, misses down and in from Marzi. And the count goes to 1-2. Anthony Vega, Tyler Colvin both get the night off, at least for the time being. And Matt Wessinger, the right-handed option off the bench for Long Island. Blank leads at first with 1 out. And the 1-2 pitch on the way from Marzi. Swung on and grounded foul, third base side, right to the on-deck circle, where Chris Skura, another Long Island native, waits on deck. Curry from Oceanside, New York. The Ducks roster featuring a lot of Long Island ties on it this season. Another 1-2, and Curry lays off the high fastball to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-0 Bees as we play top of the second inning. Marzi out of the stretch, looks towards Blank at first. And now time called at home plate. Curry will step out and go through this, wait for Marzi to go through the signs once again. Check down at third base. And Kevin Byes to see if anything was on. I don't believe so, though. Blank does not have a ton of speed, just 1 attempt this year was caught stealing. 2-2 pitch, and Curry takes low and inside. He has worked the count full to 3-2. Well, we'll see if Curry is able to work his way on. We'll see if Mike Blank takes off at all with this 3-2 pitch. I don't believe he will, especially with a left-hander on the mound. You don't want to take off too soon and get caught. Here comes the 3-2. Marzi deals to the plate, and Curry will swing and grounded foul right towards the front of the Ducks dugout. Sends a couple bodies scattering, but hit off that protective fencing in front. And John Curry having a nice at-bat here. He's worked Marzi's pitch count up to 33 in this game already. Had to battle through a fairly long first inning, but was able to get out of it on the fly ball to left from Ruben Gotay. Now another payoff pitch coming. Marzi kicks and deals. Curry takes the high fastball for ball 4. Nice work from John Curry to draw the walk. With 1 out, second walk given up by Marzi. Another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quacker Jack Foundation wins. So 2 on for the Ducks with 1 out. And up to the plate will step Chris Skura. Marzi kicks and fires, and Skura takes a fastball strike over the inside corner, 0-1. Skura thus far 1 of 11 in a Ducks uniform after he was signed last week. 2 runs. And the 0-1 delivery is a fastball. Again, hits the inside corner for a strike. So Skura behind the count at 0-2. Blank the runner at second, Curry the runner at first with 1 out. Marzi comes set. And the 0-2 delivery inside, almost caught Skura on the left arm. But he takes the pitch for ball 1. Skura started the year with Topeka in the Pecos League, another independent league, and hit .323 there with 3 homers and 28 runs batted in. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, hit on the ground to the left side. Gonna be a tough play for the shortstop, Roof. He goes to second and just gets Curry. Just barely got there before the slide in. So that'll be a fielder's choice for Skura, 6-4. Nice play by Roof to get 1. But Blank makes his way to third. Now with runners at the corners and 2 out, that will give Phelan Lentini an opportunity to come to the plate and try and chip away at this 2-0 deficit. We'll see if Kevin Baez at all thinks about trying to get Skura in motion. He did have 28 steals when he was with Topeka, was caught 8 times. I might try and move Skura to get the tying run in scoring position, but we will see. First pitch coming from Marzi. Kicks and fires to the plate. Lentini swings and slashes one foul down the right field line over everything and out of play. The other thing that you run into the risk of doing with putting Skura in motion is potentially taking the bat out of the hand of Lentini. Drew a walk his first time up and stole a base, and he's also the second leading hitter in the Atlantic League coming into tonight at .329. Here's the 0-1. Lentini lays off the high fastball, and that evens up the count at a ball and a strike. Lentini was in first place, but Andy Chavez does now qualify for the league batting title. And he has a .338 batting average, has played 40 less games, though, than Phelan Lentini. Skura leads off first, Blank off third. The 1-1. Lentini, ground ball, weakly hit to the left side. Jovan Rosa to his left field and throws to second for the force. Now the Ducks come up empty in the second inning. No runs in the inning, 1 hit, 1 walk. The Ducks leave 2 on base for the second inning in a row. And after an inning and a half, Bees 2, Ducks nothing.
Hi, this is shortstop Dan Lyons. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheDannyLyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey, PSEG Long Island customers. Want to learn how to save on your electric bill? Here's one way. You can save up to $100 each year by simply replacing 10 incandescent bulbs with CFL or LED bulbs. Want to save even more? Take our online home energy survey. It's free. It takes just 10 minutes to complete, and it may save you hundreds more. Find out about our energy efficiency programs at www.pseglyny.com/savemoney.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Bottom half of the second inning here in New Britain, Connecticut. 2-0 the Bees in front of the Ducks. And it'll be Jonathan Roof, John Griffin, John DeZamba. 3 straight Johns coming to the plate against John Brownell. The first pitch is a fastball in for a strike, 0-1. Roof at 244 on the year, 4 home runs, 34 runs batted in. Brownell's 0-1 is chopped on the ground, foul back behind the plate. Right off the end of the bat of Roof, 0-2. A good job by Brownell to limit the damage somewhat in that first inning. He allowed the 2-run single to Maddox, a product of the Ducks defense being in a shift and the ball being hit where the shift wasn't. This breaking ball missed down and in, skipped away from Dowd, 1-2 now on Roof. We got the double play line out and then the ground out on the force to end the inning at just 2 runs, avoiding a much bigger inning from New Britain. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball fouled off again by Roof off the end of the bat and caught Mike Dowd behind the plate. He is okay, though. We'll do it again at 1-2. Meanwhile, the Ducks had opportunities in the first 2 innings to play the game's first run against Marzi, or in the first inning to play the game's first run, and then in the second to battle back and trim the deficit. Couldn't do it. Here's the 1-2. Inside, almost caught Roof on the jersey, but just missed, and now the count even at 2-2. I'm sure it's got to be frustrating for the Ducks pitching staff. 2-2, grounded to the left side. Cody Puckett fields it at deep third. Long throw across in time. Nice play by Puckett in the hole between third and short. Had a range back into his left, made the play, twisted his body and got the throw at first. So 1 away, and that'll bring John Griffin to the plate. And when any team goes through a tough stretch like the Ducks are going through right now, I'm sure there is frustration on both sides of the ball. The pitching staff, I'm sure, frustrated when the offense doesn't come up with the clutch hits when they have their opportunities, especially early in the game. First pitch to Griffin, grounded up the middle and through for a base hit. So the former Duck singles off of his former teammate. And for the Bees, their 5th hit of the ball game already. They've got a runner at first with 1 away. But I'm sure it's also equally frustrating for the offense to have to pick up the slack with the way the pitchers of late have been giving up early runs in the ball game and forcing the offense to try and rally back seemingly each night. But it's been a tough stretch for Long Island for many different reasons. Here's John DeZamba from the left side. The first pitch is fouled off down the left field line, well out of play. And the count 0-1. And that is one of the struggles that any team will go through in the Atlantic League during the course of the season. Players having their contracts purchased, injuries, they all come about at points during the year. Here's the 0-1. DeZamba takes a breaking ball low and outside. Evens up the count at a ball and a strike. Unfortunately for the Ducks, it's kind of all hit at once here at the early part of the second half. 1-1. Fastball misses high and outside. Now the count goes to 2-1. We're officially in the final quarter of the regular season. The Ducks have played 37 games here in the second half. And after tonight, they have 32 games remaining on the regular season. 2-1. Ground ball hit towards second. Ruben Gotay charges. Fields goes to short for 1. That's all they'll get. Wasn't hit hard enough to turn 2. But a good job by Gotay to get the force at second. 4-6 on the fielder's choice. Griffin retired, DeZamba at first, and with 2 away, back to the top of the order for James Skelton. So it's starting to get closer to the end of the season for Long Island, and I'm sure they are working to find some pieces to add to this roster late in the year and hoping guys will bounce back from their injuries to help down the stretch. And then in the postseason, first pitch is on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. And it's much easier to take, whether you're a Ducks fan, a staff member with the team, or one of the players, knowing that you've already got the first half title in your back pocket. You've already clinched a playoff spot. 0-1 runner bluffs, and Skelton takes a strike right down the middle. And Brownell quickly ahead, 0-2. Obviously, everybody wants to win every game. This coaching staff, the players go out there every night with that mentality that they want to win every game. Turning to throw over to first to chase Dzamba back. He is 1 of 3 this year on stolen base attempts. But the losses sting a little bit less when you've already known that you've clinched a playoff spot and have already earned yourself the right to play postseason baseball. 0-2. Down and away, it missed. Good job by Dow to block it at the plate. Keep the runner at first. Now 1-2 on Skelton, who singled to right and scored back in the first inning. Mentioned Skelton's numbers in this series. The former Patriot has absolutely taken it to the Ducks in this series. 4 hits now in 9 at-bats. He's already driven in 4 runs in the series and has now scored 4 as well. The 1-2 runner goes from first. Skelton grounds it foul to the third base side of the plate off the end of the bat. Just got a piece to stay alive. We'll do it again at 1-2. Meanwhile, it's setting up to be an exciting race. If you're watching from afar in the second half Liberty Division standings, Somerset Patriots and the Bridgeport Bluefish have both overtaken the Ducks in the standings. Somerset now in first place in the division, a half game over Bridgeport, 1 game over Long Island. But the Ducks still do have 2 games in hand on Somerset and 1 on Bridgeport. 1-2, breaking ball. Skelton able to hold up as he took the pitch down low. And that'll even up the count at 2-2. Actually, the Ducks are 19-18, Somerset 21-18, and Bridgeport 20-18. So all 3 teams are even in the loss column. The Ducks have played 2 less games than Somerset, 1 less than Bridgeport. Meanwhile, New Britain 16-23, they're 5 back, so they're still in the thick of things. 2-2 is grounded towards first. Mike Blank picks it up, but he is in foul ground. Runner was going on the pitch. And Skelton continuing to battle. He has not been an easy out by any stretch in this series. And forcing Brownell's pitch count up here in the second inning. Skelton has 86 strikeouts this year, but he's also drawn 67 walks. See if Dzamba goes again. 2-2, there he goes. Pitch on the way is grounded to first. Nice stop made by Mike Blank to his right, and he'll step on the first base bag. Mike Blank, who is a catcher by trade, going hockey goalie style to his right to knock it down, and he is able to make the put out at first to end a scoreless second inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left for the Bees. After 2, it's New Britain 2 and Long Island nothing.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Anthony Vega, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on Park in the Park Night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Well, we hit the third inning here at New Britain Stadium. 2-0 the Bees in front of the Ducks. And Ducks fans, there's no better time than right now to sign up the young Ducks fan in your life for the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Ducks Kids Club. Children 14 and under They'll receive exciting gifts, discounts on merchandise, and unique experiences that only come with being a member. Sign up today by visiting liducks.com or call 631-940-3825. Jordan Schiff is your man. He will hook you up with some Kids Club membership for the next year. So Dan Lyons will step up to the plate from the right side as the Ducks begin the third inning against Anthony Marzi, the left-hander. First pitch, and Lyons takes a breaking ball strike, 0-1. 15 1/3 scoreless innings in a row now for the left-hander. Has not allowed a run in each of his last 3 appearances, which were all in relief. The 0-1, Lyons, a broken bat, ground ball to short. Jonathan Roof fields, he throws on to first in time for the out. And Lyons retired for the first out here in the third inning. Well, Marzi has had very good success this year. Most of it has come in relief, though. He has struggled as a starter. July 20th here against the Lancaster Barnstormers took an 0 decision when the Bees were defeated 10-5. In 5 innings of work, he allowed 4 runs, 2 of them earned, on 4 hits and 6 walks, while striking out 3. First pitch coming to the switch-hitting Delta Cleary Jr. Marzi fires. Cleary Jr. a line drive into left field, base hit. There is the second hit of the night for the Ducks as Cleary Jr. smokes a single in a left. And he is on with 1 out. Cleary Jr. has now hit safely in 9 consecutive games and has reached base safely in 15 straight, dating back to August 12th. So he is hot at the plate, and he's got himself a 1-out single. That'll bring Cody Puckett to the plate as a right-handed hitter. Marzi's second start came at Bethpage Ballpark on July the 27th in Game 2 of the doubleheader, which the Ducks swept from New Britain. Snap throw to first, and Cleary Jr. is back. Marzi took the loss in that one. He allowed 4 runs, all of them earned, in 2 innings, 4 hits and 2 walks with a strikeout. And that night he opposed Kevin Vance, who is now a teammate of his. And very well we could see Vance pitch tonight. Here comes the first pitch, and the breaking ball misses low. The count 1-0 on Puckett, who was hit by a pitch back in the first inning. So has allowed 4 runs in each of his 2 starts this year, but thus far nothing through 2 innings against Long Island, though he has gotten into some jams. His pitch count up at 44 right now. Throw over to first and back safely there was Cleary Jr. Puckett entering tonight at 287 on the year, 8 home runs, 61 runs batted in. Leads the team with those 61 RBIs. The 1-0 is a high pop-up. Foul territory off of first. John Griffin on the grass, ranging back, and he'll make the catch. So Cody Puckett with a foul pop-up, retired for the second out of the inning. Cleary Jr. remains at first. Now with 2 away, that'll bring up Ruben Gotay. So with 2 away, here is Ruben Gotay to the plate, who hit a fairly deep fly ball to left his first time up, but was retired on the fly out. First pitch coming up from Marzi, and Gotay takes a strike over the inside corner, a good fastball. Count is 0-1. Gotay entering at 294 on the season. Cleary Jr. with excellent speed at first base. Marzi looking over that way. There he goes. 0-1. Pitch is taken inside. No throw to second. Just a great jump for Cleary Jr. And he is safe at second with Long Island's second stolen base of the night and his 22nd steal of the year. Second most on the team behind Lentini, who now has 36. So the Ducks with a runner in scoring position, 2 away, looking for the base hit here from Gotay to cut into this 2-0 deficit. 1-1. Gotay, little fister out into left field shallow, moving in. Greg Golson, he is there. He will make the catch. Now the Ducks leave Cleary Jr. in scoring position in the third. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left for Long Island. 2.5 innings in the books. Another scoreless inning for Marzi, and it's a 2-0 Bees lead.
Hey fan, this is outfielder Delta Cleary Jr. and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Long Island's Ford Giant is bigger and better than ever. Sayville Ford celebrating the grand opening of their new state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's grand opening celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's grand opening savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by ClearVision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to. Well, Ducks fans, when Ruben Gotay flew out to left field to end the top half of the third inning, that was the 15th out of tonight's ball game. Did you know that a 15-minute phone call to Geico could save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Get a free quote today. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. That's 1-800-947-AUTO. Or visit geico.com. Ducks trailed 2-0. They've left 5 on base through the first 3 innings. And here's Greg Golson to lead off the third against John Brownell. First pitch is dealt low. Fastball from the right-hander in the count 1-0. Golson with a single and a run scored back in that 2-run opening inning for the Bees. Playing in tight at third is Cody Puckett as Golson takes a strike this time on the outside corner to even things up at 1-1. Golson 1 of 9 in the series coming into tonight, and the one hit was a big one though, a 3-run home run yesterday to center field with 2 outs off of Bobby Blevins in the second. 1-1 is fisted foul first base side into the crowd, almost took out a staff member of the Bees who was walking the concourse, but he was able to back out of the way of it, picks up the baseball and hands it to a fan in front of him. So the count 1-2. Brownell winds and delivers. Golson takes a fastball just inside. And that will even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Brownell looking to settle down after that rough first inning. Pitched a scoreless second, giving up just 1 hit in the inning. 2-2. Line drive center field. Another base hit for Golson, his second of the night. And for the Bees, 6 hits already in this game against Brownell, the leadoff man on in the third. I mentioned John Brownell had such a good streak going into his last start. He had tossed a quality start in 12 consecutive outings, dating back to June the 5th, and not allowed more than 3 earned runs and had gone at least 6 innings in every single one, but struggled his last time out on Friday night against the Barnstormers, a tough team to pitch against with their lineup, and he allowed 7 runs on 10 hits in 6 innings of work, walked 3 and struck out 2. First pitch here is a fastball in for a strike on the inside corner to Joe Bonrosa, 0-1. And this top part of the order really has given fits to the Ducks all series long, from Skelton on through Maddox, the top 4. It's been very difficult for the Ducks to quell in this series. 0-1. High fly ball down the left field line. Long run for Skura over towards the stands. He will run out of room. And this is foul into the picnic area. So it's now 0-2 on Joe Bonrosa, who singled to left field back in the first inning, but was doubled off second base on the line out by Cole Garner. Golson continues to lead at first base. He has 16 steals and 21 attempts this year. 0-2 from Brownell, and Rosa grounds one foul along the third base line. Not really many places you could pitch Rosa with the way he is throwing right now, or the way he's hitting right now, I should say. Seems to be connecting with everything that comes his way, especially against Long Island, who he has feasted upon all year long. Comes in tonight 5 of 9 in the series, now 6 of 10. As this one is blocked at home plate on a breaking ball down in the dirt. Good job by Dow to get in front of it. And so now the count 1-2. Coming into tonight, 2 doubles, a run batted in, and a run scored in this series for Rosa. 21 of 58 this year against the Ducks with 7 runs batted in. He's also drawn 9 walks. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Rosa, a ground ball past him out towards the middle. Backhanded by Gotay. He'll step on second for 1, onto first, double play. Good job that time as Gotay was shaded up the middle for the righty hitter. As the Ducks defense shifts it towards the left side, and they had Rosa played perfectly. Gotay's in his normal position. That's probably through for a base hit. Instead, it's a 4-3 double play. And with 2 away, that will leave it up to the cleanup hitter and right fielder Craig Maddox. Wide open stance at home plate, and the first pitch to him is taken low and inside for ball 1. Stands at the back of the batter's box, his right foot more to his right than his left, so he's a wide open stance, waves the bat over home plate. And now the 1-0 is chopped foul, first base side of home plate. And the count of 1-1. Brownell has had success against the Bees. Pitched well here on April the 26th. Took a no decision, allowed just a run on 6 hits and 3 walks over 6 innings while striking out 6. Game the Ducks lost 2-1 in extra innings. 1-1. Maddox takes just low and outside. Like a changeup that time from Brownell, and it's 2-1. And then on Long Island, he threw a complete game in game 1 of that doubleheader on July the 27th. 7 innings of 2-run ball. He did allow 9 hits, but only 1 walk and struck out 7. Here, Maddox cracks one to deep right center field. Back goes Lentini, 1 hop off the wall. Maddox around first, going for 2. The throw in from Lentini, not in time. And Craig Maddox is on with a 2-out double. His second hit of the night and his 16th double of the year. Maddox, another one that's been a tough out for the Ducks this year. 16 of 44 coming in against Long Island. He is now 4 of 10 in this series with 2 RBIs and a run scored. So Maddox gets the second base with 2 outs. The 7th hit already allowed by Brownell. And up to the plate will step the designated hitter, Cole Garner. The Ducks are looking to salvage a split in this series by winning these final 2 games. They're going to have to find a way to quell this top part of the order. First pitch to Garner, low and outside for ball 1. Just way too many hard-hit baseballs by guys like Skelton and Golson and Rosa and Maddox. Those 4 have really been difficult for the Ducks in this series. 1-0 to Garner. Fouled off over the screen. First base side of the plate up onto the roof. And the count even up at 1-1. It's a Bees lineup that typically hasn't been known for its offense this year. Pitching was leading the way earlier this season. And so many pitchers had their contracts purchased by outside organizations that the Bees got off to a slow start here in the second half, but have been picking up things of late. And the offense certainly has come alive, especially with the addition of Cole Garner. He fists one out in a shallow left center, over Lyons, base hit. Maddox around third, he will score a double and an RBI single with 2 outs in the 3rd inning after the double play. The Bees add another and they lead it 3-0. Now that's where you get the big double play. You need to find a way to get out of the inning with no damage done, but Maddox doubles off the wall in right. Garner fists one out in a shallow left field for the RBI single, his 7th run batted in of the year with New Britain, and the Ducks deficit is now 3. Here's Michael Kraus to the plate from the right side. First pitch, and Kraus rips one to third, caught by Puckett. That'll end the inning. But not before the damage done with 2 outs, as the Bees get a run on 3 hits in the inning. No errors, they leave a runner on base. 3 complete here at New Britain Stadium, and it's now a 3-0 advantage for the home team.
Hey fans, this is infielder Cody Puckett, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. We head to the fourth inning with the Long Island Ducks trailing 3-0. It is time for tonight's fourth inning trivia, where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. Today's question revolves around New Britain Bees starter Anthony Marzi. First pitch on the way to Mike Dowd is taken low and outside for ball one. Coming into tonight, as we mentioned, Marzi had thrown 13 1/3 consecutive scoreless innings over his last three starts. The 1-0 is fouled straight back to the screen behind home plate to even the count at 1-1. So 13 1/3 scoreless innings in a row entering tonight for Marzi. But that is not the longest consecutive innings pitched scoreless streak in Bees history. One other pitcher earlier this year had a longer streak. The question, which pitcher was it? We will let you think about it and give you the answer in the bottom half. 1-1, a breaking ball cut on and missed by Dowd over the outside corner, and Marzi jumps ahead at 1-2. Dowd was a strikeout victim back in the second inning, one of the three that Marzi has tonight. Ducks have had at least one runner on in every inning, but they have stranded 5 on base over the first 3 tonight. Here comes the 1-2. Kicking the pitch, and Dowd fists one out into the glove of the shortstop, Jonathan Roof, one away. Kind of a humpback liner, and from our elevated position behind home plate, kind of had to wait to see if it was going to get over the head of Roof or if he was going to catch it. And he was able to jump up and make that grab for the first out. So 1 away. And up to the plate will step Mike Blank, the first baseman and 7-hitter from the right side. First pitch. He swings and misses, a home run hack. The pitch over the outside part of the plate, and the count 0-1. Blank with a single to left field his first time up, made it to third base with 2 outs in the inning, but Lentini ground out into a force to strand him on base. 0-1, and Blank fists one out in the air to shallow right field. This ball is going to dunk in for another base hit. And Mike Blank with his second hit of the night as he remains hot at the plate. Another 1-out single for the Ducks' first baseman. Well, we've talked about it before. It's not about how hard you hit it, it's about where you hit it. And for Mike Blank, some of these baseballs are starting to finally find ground. Blank now, as we mentioned earlier, has reached base safely in 10 of his last 11 games. He's got another 2-hit performance here tonight. John Curry at the plate takes a breaking ball in for a strike. And the count goes to 0-1. Curry drew a walk in his first plate appearance of the night back in the second inning. '19th multi-hit game of the year for Blank as Curry takes high and outside, even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. John Corey drawing a walk his first time up, trying to advance Blank with 1 out in the 4th. Here's the 1-1 from Marzi. Corey takes low and outside. Good eye from the Ducks' designated hitter. The count goes to 2-1. Again, the Ducks don't need to score all 3 here in this 4th inning, but you want to start turning the tide into your favor, trailing by 3 runs. Here's Marzy's 2-1. Kick in the pitch, and Corey swings and fouls it straight back to the screen behind home plate. Now leaving things up at 2-2. This is only Marzy's second year of professional experience. He was with the Gulf Coast League Yankees last year in rookie ball and pitched pretty well in 6 games through 7 1/3 scoreless innings. 3 hits and 4 walks while striking out 7, but was released by the Yankees. 2-2. Corey takes a called strike 3 on the inside corner, a fastball that Corey thought was too far inside. It looked like it might have been on the inner part of the plate, if not inside. That is strikeout number 4 for Marzy. 2 outs, that'll leave it up to Chris Skora. His son is an undrafted free agent by the Yankees in 2015, a graduate of UConn in nearby Storrs, Connecticut, and also a native of Berlin, Connecticut, where he went to Berlin High School. Also nearby, first pitch misses upstairs for ball 1. Skura, who is a Long Island native, grounded into a 6-4 fielder's choice his first time up. Blank leads off of first with 2 out in the 1-0. Skura pops it up in the air, foul behind the plate. This ball lands in front of us. And fans excited about the baseball right below us here in the press box. So that will even up the count at 1-1. Chris Skura from Selden, New York. 23 years old, starting in left field tonight for the Ducks. And the 1-1 is a fastball taken upstairs for a ball. We'll run the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Skura played at Newfield High School before going on to play at Limestone College in South Carolina. And as we mentioned, was in the independent Pecos League before coming to the Ducks. 2-1 pitch coming from Marzy. Fires to the plate, and Skura pops one up in the air foul. First base side of the plate. This will go out of play. Almost caught by a fan in his hat, but skipped up and behind him. And now he will go retrieve the baseball. So the count even at 2-2. Marzy looking for another scoreless inning, trying to extend it to 17 1/3 consecutive scoreless innings. Here comes the 2-2. Fastball missed high and inside. That will run the count to 3-2 on Skura, which means that Blank will be off on the pitch. The 3-2 count and 2 outs, and we'll see if Skura can connect for a base hit with Blank in motion. Phelan Lentini waits in the on-deck circle for Long Island. Marzy is ready. There goes Blank, 3-2. Skura hits a fly ball in the air to right. Maddox drifts in a couple of steps, camps under the baseball, and makes the easy catch for the final out of the inning. So for the Ducks, no runs on 1 hit, and they leave their 6th runner on base. 3.5 innings in the books. Bees 3, Ducks nothing.
Hey fans, this is Ty Coffey, right-handed pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Upsky Long Island Hotel in Hauppauge. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Upsky Long Island Hotel features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. Best of all, it's only minutes from Bethpage Ballpark. The Upsky Long Island Hotel, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season. And with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
We head to the bottom half of the fourth inning as the Long Island Ducks trail the New Britain Bees 3-0. Time for the answer to tonight's fourth inning trivia, where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. We gave you the question in the top half of this inning. We'll repeat it again momentarily. First pitch is in for a called strike, 0-1. Anthony Marzi, with 4 scoreless innings tonight, is now at 17 1/3 consecutive scoreless innings dating back to August 4th. 0-1 is taken inside for ball 1, but that is not the longest consecutive scoreless inning streak by a Bees pitcher. We wanted to know who it was that had thrown 19 consecutive scoreless innings prior. Here's the 1-1. Roof grounds a foul ball back behind the plate. And so the count goes to 1-2. The answer was Nick Greenwood. He was a starter and the ace of the Bees rotation. He started the first ever game here at New Britain Stadium for the Bees back on April the 21st against the York Revolution. Called strike 3. Nice pitch there by Brownell as he picks up his first strikeout of the night, believe it or not. And there's the first out here in the fourth. Greenwood threw 19 consecutive scoreless innings over his first 3 starts of the year, won all 3. He allowed 13 hits and 4 walks while striking out 17, had his contract purchased by the Minnesota Twins, and went to pitch for their AAA affiliate in Rochester, New York. John Griffin, with 1 out and the bases empty, takes a breaking ball low, 1-0. By the way, Matt Wessinger has taken over at shortstop for Dan Lyons. So that is certainly not some good news, and we will try and get an update on Dan to see how he is doing. Ground ball to the left side here. Cody Puckett can't get it to his left. It's into left field, a base hit. So John Griffin with his second hit of the night. He had singled up the middle against Brownell back in the second, and now a seeing eye single to left here in the fourth. Bees have had at least 1 hit in each inning against Brownell and now have 9 for the game. From the left side is John DeZamba. First pitch, he squares the bunt, bunts it to the third base side of the mound. Brownell fields, he'll throw to second base, and it's in time for the out. Great play by John Brownell to get the lead runner on the sacrifice bunt attempt with 1 out from John DeZamba. So sacrifice not successful. It goes down as a fielder's choice, and it was Matt Wessinger, the shortstop, who ended up fielding it. So it's 1-6 on that fielder's choice off the bunt attempt. Griffin is out at second base, and DeZamba is safe at first. 2 outs here is James Skelton to the plate. Brownell comes set. First pitch of the lefty catcher is taken for a strike on the inside corner. I should say lefty hitting catcher. (0-1) coming up as Brownell looks in for the sign. Now comes set. Kicking the pitch on the way. Breaking ball just missing the outside corner. Skelton tonight 1 of 2. He singled to right and scored back in the first. Bounced to first in the second. Really a hard ground ball to first that Mike Blank slid to his right to stop like a goaltender and got the out at first base. No surprise as he comes from Canada and has hockey in his blood. This pitch misses outside for ball 2. His father played professional hockey. And Mike, when he grew up in Canada, also played some hockey, but then moved down to Florida at a young age, and that immediately went out the window. Eventually switched to baseball. 2-1. Skelton takes on the outside corner, a called strike. And so now Brownell with the count of 2-2 as he tries to work a scoreless inning here in the fourth. Bees leading at 3-0 over the Ducks here in game 3 of this 4-game set. 2-2 delivery. Brownell fires and Skelton takes a breaking ball that just missed outside. Brownell thought he had strike 3. The majority of the Ducks infield took a couple steps to their right toward the third base dugout. But ruled the ball, and now the count full at 3-2, which means DeZamba will be off on the pitch. Brownell gets the sign from Dowd and comes set. Here's the 3-2. Runner goes, and Skelton swings and just caught a piece of it to foul it off at home plate. Brownell thought he had strike 3. Instead of foul ball. We'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Beautiful night for baseball. The Ducks trying to get out of this inning without allowing a run. 3-2 pitch again, and Skelton cuts through the fastball up and away for strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Brownell. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 runner left on base. We have played 4 tonight here in New Britain, and the Ducks remain behind 3-0.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Bobby Blevins, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Enjoy the ultimate VIP fan experience at Bethpage Ballpark this season by taking in a Ducks game from the exclusive Trout Town Fan Can. Presented by Roscoe Beer Company, the Fan Can is available for rental at all Ducks home games. It features 12 Dream Seat theater-style padded seats, beverage holders, an air-conditioned atmosphere, and an incredible view of the game. Packages are now available with food and beverage included. To reserve your Fan Can outing today, call the Ducks Group Sales Department at 631-940-3825. The Trout Town Fan Can at Bethpage Ballpark. Your VIP experience awaits. Well, Ducks fans chill out all summer long with a cold cup of Hampton Coffee Company gourmet iced coffee available at the concession stands at Bethpage Ballpark. Hampton Coffee is the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com or check out their cafes in the Hamptons. Michael Pollock here with you, bringing you action from New Britain Stadium in New Britain, Connecticut, as the Long Island Ducks are behind 3-0 here in this 3rd game of the 4-game series. Top of the order due up for the Ducks. It'll be Phelan Lentini leading off, followed by Matt Wessinger, who has taken over for Dan Lyons. You remember earlier in the ball game, fouled a couple pitches off of what looked to be his left leg. Stayed in for the game briefly and then came out. First pitch to Phelan Lentini, thought about bunting, but pulled back and took a strike. And so the count 0-1. 3rd trip through the order. Delta Cleary Jr. will be the 3rd hitter of the inning. Lentini is 0 for 1 with a walk. And the 0-1 from Marzi. Breaking ball chopped in front of home plate. Marzi off the mound. Skelton will now take over and is throw to first in time for the out. Good play by Skelton, who called off his pitcher Marzi and made the strong throw to retire the speedy Lentini, who is now 0 for 2. 1 away. And up to the plate will step Matt Wessinger. Word is that Dan Lyons had fouled the ball off his foot and shin. And so that is why he left the game. Must have been bothering him. The Ducks taking some precautionary measures. Again, they cannot afford more injuries with the way their team has been beat up here in the second half. But Dan Lyons out of the game right now, and here is Matt Wessinger's first at-bat of the night. First pitch on the way, and that is taken for a strike on the outside corner. Wessinger this season for the Ducks, a 198 hitter, 1 home run, 18 runs batted in. 0-1, breaking ball, taken inside. And that will even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Lyons was 0 for 2 with that strikeout and the ground out to short. Again, he stayed in, but that ultimately had to come out of the ball game. Wessinger takes another breaking ball that misses high and outside. And the count goes to 2-1. On the way. Ground ball hit up the first baseline by Wessinger. It'll bounce foul. So he has now got a count even at 2-2. Cleary Jr. waits on deck for Long Island, trying to cut into this 3-0 deficit in the 5th inning. Infield straight away for Wessinger. The 2-2 is a called strike 3 over the inside corner. 5th strikeout of the night for Marzi. Wessinger had gone about halfway on the swing, but it was a called strike 3 anyway. So with 2 away and the base is empty, up to the plate will step Delta Cleary Jr. Switch hitter from the right side. Second baseman Dezama slightly shaded towards the middle, but not by much. And Cleary Jr. will see a first pitch fastball upstairs for ball 1 from Marzi. 1 of 2 on the night is Cleary Jr. He singled to left back in the 3rd and also stole second, but was stranded there. Struck out swinging back in the 1st inning. 1-0. That's up high for ball 2. Marzi looking for another scoreless inning. It would be his 18 1/3 consecutive scoreless inning if he can get through it. 2-0 pitch on the way to Cleary Jr. is fouled straight back to the screen, a high and inside fastball. Mike Blank mentioned before the game the Ducks' struggles on the road this year, 22-28 away from home, 37-20 at home. The Ducks seemingly on the road, oftentimes finding themselves trailing in the game and having to play catch-up. 2-1. That misses up and away for ball 3, and especially of late, now 9 consecutive games in which the Ducks have allowed the game's first run. And of the 8 before this, Long Island only won 2 of them. 3-1. It's fouled off back behind the plate. That was the 2nd game of the series against Somerset and the 1st against the Barnstormers. But Long Island has lost 4 consecutive games coming into tonight and trying to avoid their first 5-game losing streak of the season. 3-2 with 2 out and the bases empty here in the top of the 5th inning. The Bees leading by 3. From the stretch, the payoff pitch from Marzi. Kicks and fires, and Cleary Jr. takes a breaking ball downstairs, ball 4. So Delta Cleary Jr. is on for the 2nd time tonight. It's the 3rd walk issued by Marzi. And another Municipal Credit Union walk for the purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quacker Jack Foundation wins. So Delta Cleary Jr. able to keep the inning alive with his walk. And now here is Cody Puckett to the plate from the right side with 2 men away. Marzi comes set. Long look to first, now deals to the plate, and Puckett takes a fastball upstairs, 1-0. Puckett tonight was hit by a pitch in the 1st inning, and then popped a foul ball to the first baseman, John Griffin, in the 3rd. Here a chopper, foul at the plate, back behind the dish to even the count at 1-1. After going 0 for 10 from August 3rd through the 5th, Puckett coming into tonight has picked up hits in 9 of his last 11. He's batting .356 in that stretch, 16 of 45. Still looking for his first hit tonight, though. Throw over to first by Marzi, chases Cleary Jr. back. And he already has a steal tonight, 22nd of the year in 29 attempts. The Ducks could try and get him in a scoring position, so that way a single would play to run. Marzi comes set. Looks to first, another long look at Cleary Jr. Now the 1-1. Puckett takes up and away for ball 2. Marzi now up over the 80 pitch mark. That was his 81st of the night. And being that this is a spot start, can't imagine he would go much more past 5 innings, especially with his pitch count already elevated. We'll see, though. 2-1. Puckett swings and fouls it off at the plate yet again. Off the glove of Skelton. That evens the count up at 2-2. Marzi a strike away once again from another consecutive scoreless inning. Crowd here in New Britain clapping along with the 2-strike claps. Marzi will step back up onto the rubber, Puckett back into the batter's box, and Cleary Jr. will take his lead off first. Here comes the 2-2 offering. Marzi a look to first. There goes Cleary Jr. Pitch to the plate, fouled straight back by Puckett. And Cleary Jr. will turn and head back towards first. So Kevin Byers putting the hit and run on there with a 2-2 count. Wasn't sure if Cleary Jr. would go with a 2-2 count, but you know for sure he'll be off with a 3-2 pitch. So if he goes again. Marzi comes set. 2-2 does not go. Puckett ground ball towards the left side. Backhanded by Roof. The long throw to first. Good stretch from Griffin. In time for the out. Tyler Colvin pleading with the first base umpire, saying that Griffin's foot came off the bag. But John Grosso having none of the discussion, and the inning is over. So for the Ducks, no runs, 1 hit. They leave their 7th man on tonight. Halfway through, 3-0 Bees.
Hey fans, this is catcher Mike Blank, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Municipal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Ducks. For 100 years, MCU has helped New Yorkers achieve their goals with competitive financial products and services. Meet your important or unexpected needs with an MCU personal loan. Whether it's the cost of moving, a family vacation, or even home repairs, an MCU personal loan is a simple solution. To learn more about how an MCU personal loan can work for you, visit nymcu.org today. MCU, celebrating 100 years of service.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, the Trout Town fan can, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
Bottom half of the 5th inning here in New Britain. It's now 18 1/3 consecutive scoreless innings for Anthony Marzi. We'll see if his night is done. I can see Nick Murphy heading out towards the bullpen down the right field line, the backup catcher for the Bees. And so it appears as though Marzi's night might be done, and if so, job well done. Meanwhile, John Brownell has limited the Bees to just 3 runs despite allowing 9 hits over the first 4 innings. And deals a breaking ball strike to Greg Golson as he leads off in the 5th. So Brownell trying to minimize the damage to this point. Doesn't have his best stuff as he's given up those 9 hits, but has kept the offense in the game. The offense is just having trouble getting runners in when they put them on base. And a breaking ball here misses outside, even the count at 1-1. Golson with 2 hits and 2 at-bats tonight, both singles, and he has a run scored as well. 1-1 pitch coming up. Right-hander kicks and fires, and Golson takes upstairs for ball 2. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Get you caught up in action around the Atlantic League and the major leagues and some Olympic action as well. Right now in Bridgewater, New Jersey, the Patriots and the Revolution are tied 1 apiece, bottom half of inning number 3. 2-1, a swing and a miss. Fastball blown right by Golson over the inside corner, count 2-2. James Simmons on the mound tonight for York. Nick Turley getting the start for Somerset. 7 strikeouts in 3 innings thus far. Has allowed an unearned run. Carlos Guzman driving in the run for Somerset. He's got a home run on the evening. Called strike 3. Excellent cutter at the knees. Golson did not agree, but for Brownell, strikeout number 3. And there's the first out of the 5th inning. Meanwhile, for the Revolution, Andres Perez has brought in the only run. So again, a 1-1 game there, bottom half of the 3rd inning. And meanwhile in Southern Maryland, the Blue Crabs have a 2-1 advantage over the Bridgeport Bluefish, top half of inning number 4. David Kubiak, the starter for Bridgeport. Tim Sexton on the mound tonight for Southern Maryland, who has gotten 2 RBIs in the early going from Zach Wilson, a 2-run home run for him. First pitch to Rosa, smacked into the glove of Cody Puckett. Nice grab by Puckett, ranging to his right, lunging at the line drive to rob Rosa of his second hit of the night. Puckett has continued to play strong third base. He's been given a couple tough errors in this series. Plays he really couldn't do too much with, but either way, 2 outs, and I will leave it up to Craig Maddox. Bridgeport getting a run thus far tonight from Luis Hernandez. No RBIs though in the game. And again, it's Southern Maryland 2, Bridgeport 1. Here Maddox smacks one into right field, and he's got his 3rd hit of the ball game. 2 singles and a double sandwiched in between. He's 3 for 3 on the night. He's already driven in 2 and scored 1. And Brownell and the Ducks continuing to have all sorts of fits with Craig Maddox, who has feasted upon Ducks pitching all season long. He is now 19 of 51, north of 350 on the year against the Ducks, with a couple homers, 4 RBIs, and 5 runs scored. Got another hit here in the 5th inning, and here is Cole Garner, who was 1 for 2 with an RBI single that came his last time up in the 3rd. First pitch from Brownell. Garner way out in front, swings and misses for strike 1. Yankees fell to the Blue Jays earlier today, 7-4 at Yankee Stadium. J.A. half the win, improved to 17-3. The loser was CeCe Sabathia, who fell to 7-10, and Roberto Osuna with his 27th save of the year. Here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball taken inside, and it hit him. Called Garner, I guess on the leg. Didn't see exactly where it hit him, either the leg or the arm, but he has been hit by a pitch, and the Bees threatening with 2 outs. As Brownell in the 3rd inning gave up the double to Maddox and then the single to Garner with 2 outs to play to run. Now he's allowed a single to Maddox and a hit by pitch of Garner. And testing the waters again is Brownell, 2 on with 2 outs, and here is Michael Kraus to the plate. Melvin Upton Jr. with his first home run of the year for the Blue Jays earlier today. Gary Sanchez, another one for the Yankees, is 5th. Starlin Castro is 15th. And Chase Headley is 11th. First pitch misses outside of Kraus. 4-1. Kraus tonight 0 for 2. He has bounced into a force out at second and lined to third. Runners lead from first and second, the 1-0. Kraus takes a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Mets and the Diamondbacks will get underway at 9:40 tonight out in Arizona. Jonathan Neese for the Mets, 8-6, 5.20 ERA. Zach Godley for the D-backs, 3-2 with a 5.24 earned run average. 1-1 is fouled back to the screen behind the plate by Kraus. And he is now behind at 1-2. Team USA dismantling Argentina today at the Olympics in Rio, 105-78. The men's basketball team led by Kevin Durant, who had 27 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. Carmelo Anthony of the Knicks had 7 points and 5 rebounds to help the United States. And there's a cutter on the inside corner for strike 3. So Brownell, K's Kraus looking, and strands a pair on base. No runs in the inning on 1 hit and a hit batter. Bees leave 2. They have now left 6 for the game. Lots of runners left on both sides tonight, and through 5, the score remains Bees 3 and the Ducks nothing.
Hey fans, this is infielder Matt Wessinger, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey PSEG Long Island customers. Want to learn how to save on your electric bill? Here's one way. You can save up to $100 each year by simply replacing 10 incandescent bulbs with CFL or LED bulbs. Want to save even more? Take our online home energy survey. It's free. It takes just 10 minutes to complete, and it may save you hundreds more. Find out about our energy efficiency programs at www.pseglyny.com/save money.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
To the 6th inning we go here at New Britain Stadium. The Bees still in front of the Ducks 3-0, out hitting Long Island 10-3, but give credit to John Brownell. He has kept the Ducks in this ball game. And now it's up to the offense to do some work and get back some of those runs given up. Anthony Marzi will stay in and will head back to the mound for his 6th inning of work. Brownell, meanwhile, is at 82 pitches after 5. Marzi will tell you his pitch count momentarily as he begins the 6th inning. And it'll be Gotye, Dowd, and Blank, 5, 6, and 7 in the order due up for Long Island. First pitch from Marzi. And Gotye takes the breaking ball low and outside, 1-0. Gotye tonight 0 for 2 with a pair of flyouts to left, both to end an inning. And has combined to leave 3 runners on base this evening. 1-0. Now that's taken low for ball 2. Ducks have left 7 men on in the first 5 innings. The Bees have left 6 on. New Britain has had some tough times trying to burst open this game. The Ducks have had tough times trying to get back in it, trailing by 3. 2-0 to Gotye. Fastball is low, ball 3. Gotye trying to get on with a leadoff walk. Ducks have not had the leadoff man on since the first batter of the game when Lantini drew a walk. Made it to third with nobody out, but was stranded there after 2 strikeouts, a hit batter, and a flyout. 3-0 pitch from Marzi to Gotye. Have to think he'll take all the way. He does, and the fastball's way upstairs for ball 4. So Gotye is on for the first time tonight. 4th walk of the game, issued by Anthony Marzi, another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quacker Jack Foundation wins. And that is going to bring Jason Blanton, the pitching coach for New Britain, out of the dugout. And we will see if this is just to settle down the left-hander or to give his reliever more time to warm up. We mentioned before that we did see Nick Murphy in the bottom of the 5th inning walk out to the bullpen down the right field line, presumably to warm somebody up. Marzi now is at 88 pitches, 49 for strikes. Again, not stretched out per se to be a starter. He's typically been a reliever. He did go 4 2/3 innings his last time out and has gone as long as 5 2/3 innings this year, which he did in relief on August 4th here against York. All scoreless baseball. But the word was that he was probably going to throw a max of about 5 innings tonight. And he will stay on here in the 6th inning. After the visit from Blanton with nobody out and a runner on, here is Mike Dowd to the plate from the right side, 0 for 2 on the night. Marzi comes set as Gotye leads off of first. First pitch, and Dowd will take a fastball at the knees for a called strike. Dowd struck out looking in the 2nd inning and then lined out to short in the 4th. Kind of a humpback liner that Roof had to go up and get. Marzi's 0-1, and Dowd takes this fastball way up and out of the zone to even things up at 1-1. Entering tonight, Mike Dowd has hit safely in 6 straight games, batting .478 in that span. Looking for his first hit tonight, the 1-1. That's up and away, ball 2. Right now, Marzi appears to be laboring a little bit with his pitch count up above 90, so it would behoove the Ducks, I would think, to continue to show some discipline at the plate and try and make him throw strikes. 2-ball, 1-strike pitch. Marzi fires, Dowd swings and fouls this one off upstairs onto the roof. Apparently the fans got excited about that foul ball, thinking it was funny going up on the roof. And so the count is even up at 2-2. Gotay 2 steals and Dowd 2 steals. Gotay has not stolen a base yet this year. Takes his lead off at first, the 2-2 delivery. Dowd checks the swing on the high and inside fastball. That'll run the count full at 3-2. So now let's see if Kevin Byers puts the runner in motion or keeps him put. I don't think he will send Gotay here with the count of 3-2. We'll see though. Marzi comes set. Here's the payoff pitch. Gotay does not go, and Dowd swings and misses for strike 3. Looked like he cut through the fastball high and inside. 6th strikeout of the night for the left-hander Marzi. And Mike Dowd now 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts on the evening. Here is the Ducks' hottest hitter of the night, Mike Blank, who has 2 hits in 2 at-bats, both singles, 1 to left, 1 to right. So he will step to the plate from the right side. First pitch on the way. Marzi deals, and Blank takes a big curveball, nicely thrown in for a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Again, the 19th multi-hit game of the year for Blank, who has certainly been coming on of late. 0-1 from the lefty. Deals to the plate, and Blank lines one into left field, and another base hit. 3rd hit of the night for Mike Blank, all singles. And the Ducks have put 2 on with 1 out in the 6th inning. That'll bring the tying run to the plate. John Curry was scheduled to come up to the plate, but now he will head back towards the dugout, and Stan Clyburn comes out of the dugout, and he will head to his bullpen. So Kevin Byers has not changed the batter yet, but Clyburn will come out. He'll take the ball from Marzi, and Marzi's night is done. He is now at 18 2/3 consecutive scoreless innings. And whether it stays 18 2/3 or goes back to 18 1/3 will depend on who the pitcher is and how he fares. It looks like it will be a right-hander who is coming in. So we will have a new pitcher coming in for the New Britain Bees. It looks to be Kevin Vance. We'll take a break and come back with the rest of the 6th after this here at New Britain Stadium.
Hi, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northwell Health Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and Northwell Health Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at northwell.edu.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bayshore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Well, the Ducks threatening here in the 6th inning. They have had several opportunities in this game, but threatening here after the leadoff walk to Ruben Gotay and the 1-out single by Mike Blank, his 3rd hit of the night. That spells the end of the night for Anthony Marzi, and now into the ball game for New Britain is going to be Kevin Vance, the former Long Island Duck, will come on to pitch, trying to keep the scoreless streak alive for Anthony Marzi, which is currently at 18 2/3 innings. But more importantly, trying to keep this 3-0 Bees lead. And I was wondering, with Stan Clyburn calling on a righty, if Kevin Byers would go to his bench and call upon one of his 2 lefties, either Colvin or Vega. He will not. He's going to stick with John Corey here with runners at 1st and 2nd and 1 out. So Corey, who is over 1 with a walk and a strikeout, will come to the plate. First pitch on the way from Kevin Vance, and Corey takes the fastball high and inside, 1-0. Vance was with the Ducks earlier this year. And since he's come to the Bees, 3 appearances, 1 start. He's 0-1 with a 4.36 ERA with New Britain. 1-0. Swinging a foul ball at home plate right off the end of the bat of Corey to even the count at 1-1. Overall, Vance is 3-2 with a 4.99 earned run average, 28 appearances, 3 starts this season. He's allowed 39 hits in 39 2/3 innings, 24 runs, 22 of them earned, and has walked 18 while striking out 35. Like Marzi, he is a Yukon product, though he is originally from California and resides now in Massachusetts. 1-1. Corey chases the high fastball, swings right through it, and the count goes to 1-2. Chris Skura waits in the on-deck circle, so it appears as though he will come on and face Vance, barring a double play here from Corey. Gotay leads from second and Blank from first with 1 out. Here's the 1-2, and Corey takes the breaking ball low and outside to even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So we'll give you the final line on Marzi when his start and line is complete. Again, his start is complete since he is done tonight, but still responsible for the 2 men on the base paths. 2-2. Corey swings and misses at the breaking ball way out in front for strike 3. So John Corey cannot get the job done with 2 on and 1 out. And with 2 away, that will leave it up to Chris Skura. So Vance gets the big strikeout of Corey, the 7th time the Ducks batter has gone down by way of the K tonight. And with 2 outs here, Skura, who is 0 for 2 on the evening. Vance comes set. First pitch on the way, and Skura takes the fastball low. So he is ahead 1-0. Skura tonight with a 6-4 fielder's choice ground out in the 2nd. And then a fly out to right in the 4th. From the stretch, here's the 1-0. Vance fires. Skura checks a swing, takes a strike over the outside corner on the fastball. And that will even things up at 1-1. Vance last pitched in relief on Sunday the 14th. And in 3 2/3 innings, allowed just 1 hit and 1 walk while striking out 2. The 1-1. Skura takes high and inside on an off-speed pitch, goes in front, 2 balls and 1 strike. Long Island looking to get on the scoreboard here in the 6th, trailing 3-0. At the very least, Skura trying to get on and extend the inning for Lentini, who waits on deck. Vance comes set in the 2-1. Kicks and fires. Skura takes the fastball just below the knees. Vance thought he had strike 2. And now the count 3-1, and another pitch out of the zone would load the bases for Lentini. Good hitter's count here for Skura, so we'll see if he is ready to swing it away. If he gets a good pitch to hit at 3 balls and a strike. Vance wears the high Black Sox on the mound, working out of the stretch. Gets the sign, looks to second, deals to the plate. Skura takes inside, ball 4. So Chris Skura is able to draw the 2-out walk. Another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quacker Jack Foundation wins. Well, yesterday, Bobby Blevins committed the cardinal sin of walking the 9-hitter John DeZamba with 2 outs in the 2nd inning. And I brought up James Skelton, who delivered a 2-run single. Greg Golson followed with a 3-run homer. And after the 2-out walk to the 9-hitter Chris Skura, who was 1 of 13 coming into that at-bat, let's see if the Ducks can make Kevin Vance pay. Gotay at 3rd, Blank at 2nd, Skura at 1st with 2 away. Here is Lentini from the right side, 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. First pitch on the way from Vance, and Lentini takes all the way for a strike down the middle. And it's 0-1. These two obviously teammates earlier in the year, so they each know a little bit about each other. We'll see who wins this battle. Vance gets the sign from Skelton. The 0-1. Lentini hits a high pop-up in the air to second base. John DeZamba settling under it. Drifting backwards, he'll make the catch. And 3 more runners left on base for Long Island. The consecutive innings of scoreless baseball streak stays intact for Anthony Marzi. No runs, 1 hit, 2 walks. The Ducks leave 3 on base and have left 10 on in the first 6 innings tonight. After 5.5, the Bees still lead it 3-0.
Hey fans, this is catcher Mike Dowd, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on the Park Night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Another missed opportunity for the Ducks in the top half of the 6th inning. They load up the bases with 2 outs after Chris Scorer, the 9-hitter, draws a walk against Kevin Vance, but Phelan Lentini pops out against his former teammate to end the inning. Jonathan Roof to lead off here in the bottom of the 6th against John Brownell, and he takes inside 1-0. So the Bees still lead it 3-0, and the Ducks have left 10 on base over the first 6 innings of the ball game tonight. 1-0, chopped on the ground, foul by Roof. 1-1. The final line on Marzi, 5 1/3 innings. 4 hits, no runs, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts, 1 hit batter. They threw 96 pitches, 54 of them for strikes. He is in line for the win, which would improve his record to 4-1. 1-1, down and away. Brownell missed with a breaking ball. And so the count now, 2 balls and 1 strike. Roof has grounded to third and struck out looking in his 2 at-bats tonight. Brownell winds and fires the 2-1, lifted in the air, foul down the right field line. Drifting out of play towards the end of the seating bowl. And that'll even things up at 2-2. The Ducks have nobody to blame but themselves tonight at the plate. They have had multiple opportunities against Marzi, first to take the lead and then a rally back after falling behind, but have not been able to do it. 2-2. And Roof grounds one foul, third base side. To this point, John Brownell clearly is not at his best stuff. He's given up 10 hits over 5 innings. But he has limited the damage to 3 runs and given the offense plenty of opportunity to fight back. And they just have not been able to cash in. 2-2. That misses low and outside on the cutter. So it's 3-2 now on Roof. Brownell, to this point, has not walked a batter. He has struck out 4, has hit 1. The 3-2, line drive into center field, base hit. Well, opponent's starting to hit Brownell over his last 2 outings. He gave up 10 hits his last time out, has now given up 11 tonight. And so the leadoff man, Jonathan Roof, on with a single. And up to the plate will step the first baseman, John Griffin, who has 2 singles tonight against his former teammate. Roof leads off first, and the first pitch from Brownell. Griffin takes low and outside for ball 1. Brownell just throwing his 90th pitch of the night. Of course, he's a guy who never really worry about pitch count too much, so we'll see if he's able to have a shorter rest of the inning if he goes back out for the 7th. 1-0, runner goes, pitch is taken low. The throw down to second base is not in time. Ruben Gotay looked like he has slapped the tag down on Jonathan Roof's legs as he slid in. The entire Ducks infield cannot believe it. And Kevin Baez out of the dugout to argue with third base umpire Carl Best. Gotay still in a discussion with him, almost nose to nose, and now he walks away. Matt Wessinger and Cody Puckett both had their hands up saying, how in the world is he safe? The throw had gotten to Gotay as Roof was sliding, and it looked like Gotay had slapped the tag down on the legs of Roof as he was sliding into second base. The Ducks defense cannot believe it, but Roof has his 12th steal of the year in 13 attempts. Another runner in scoring position. The Ducks cannot play woe is us right now with the umpire calls. It doesn't matter how they call. You have to find a way to catch your own breaks. As they trail by 3 and have lost 4 straight. 2-0 is fouled off first base side by Griffin out of play. And so the count goes to 2-1. Without a doubt, this is the toughest stretch of the season for Long Island, with everything that has been thrown their way in terms of adversity. 2-1, fouled off again by Griffin to the first base side. On the count 2-2, but good teams find a way to get out of it, and we'll see when the Ducks are able to get out of the hole they have dug themselves into. But between injuries, players having their contracts purchased, and then just going through a tough spell offensively right now, it's made life tough. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good off-speed pitch there for Brownell. And he gets Griffin to swing through it for his 5th strikeout of the night. 1 away in the 6th, and that'll bring up John DeZamba. We saw it in the second half in 2012. The Ducks went 39-31 in the first half of the season and had a very difficult second half. A lot of similar things happened. First pitch here is swung on and missed. Some players had their contracts purchased. Others dealt with injuries. The Ducks went 24-44 in the second half. Obviously, it has not been anywhere near that thus far in the second half for Long Island this season. 0-1. Broken bat, ground ball at the first base line. Mike Blank will field and step on the bag to retire DeZamba, who is now over 3. Advancing to third on the play is Roof. And with 2 away, that will leave it up to the catcher, James Skelton. The Ducks got off to a red-hot start in the second half of this season, even with pitchers having their contracts purchased and some injuries, but both of those have escalated. The Ducks entering tonight have now lost 6 of their last 7 after going to 18-12. They are now outside of first place for the first time since July the 10th. So first time since the All-Star break that they are out of first place. First pitch is taken inside for ball 1 by Skelton, who was 1 for 3 tonight. He had a single and a run back in the first. Since then, he has grounded to first and struck out swinging. 1-0. Skelton takes a breaking ball on the inside corner for a strike. And that will even up the count at 1-1. Leading from third base is Jonathan Roof. Pitch on the way is grounded towards first. Mike Blank is right there. He will step on the bag, and a good job by John Brownell once again to work around the leadoff single. So despite allowing 11 hits on the night, he has only surrendered 3 runs, and as of now has the quality start. Bees leave their 7th runner on base, no errors in the inning. 6 complete tonight here in New Britain. The Ducks still trail 3-0.
Hi, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Long Island's Ford Giant is bigger and better than ever. Sayville Ford celebrating the grand opening of their new state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's grand opening celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's grand opening savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the Flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Well, John Brownell works around the leadoff single in the 6th. Does not allow a run. We go to the 7th with the Ducks trailing 3-0. And Ducks fans follow all season long as the Long Island Ducks try to meet the Chappies Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 home runs, Chappies Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Chappies Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. Ducks being out hit 11-4 in this game, but still only trail by 3. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the order for the Ducks here in the 7th. Wessinger, Cleary Jr., and Puckett coming to the plate. So here is Wessinger to bat from the right side, his second at bat of the night. Kevin Vance out of the wide, and his first pitch is a fastball strike at the knees, 0-1. If you're just joining us, Dan Lyons started the game at shortstop, but back in the first inning, fouled the ball off of his foot, and then another off of what appeared to be his shin. The 0-1 was a breaking ball down low. At least one of the two was definitely a foul ball off his leg. And so he stayed in the game, ended up grounding out to short in the 3rd, and eventually was taken out of the ball game. A swing and a miss here. And that will run the count to 1-2. Wessinger went into the field in the bottom half of the 4th inning and then struck out looking in the 5th. 1-2 is downstairs for a ball. We'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. No other word on Lyons other than that he left the game due to that. And hopefully he is all right. 2-2. Fastball misses up and away for ball 3. So the count goes full to 3-2. Obviously, we're not going to speculate on anything here, but any injury news is not good news for the Ducks because they have been banged around by the injury bug of late. Payoff pitch, and Wessinger lines one into left. It's well hit. Back goes Golson, and he'll make the running catch. So even when the Ducks hit the ball hard like Wessinger just did there, unable to get it over the head of Golson. And they have run into some hard luck outs at points during this series, but there is the first out. And now Delta Cleary Jr. will step up to the plate, a switch hitter from the left side. So Vance allowing a 2-out walk to Skura in the 6th after taking over. He struck out Curry, walked Skura, and then gave up, and then got the pop out from Lentini to end the threat. First pitch here is a breaking ball outside, 1-0. Wessinger flew out to left to start the 7th, so he has officially gone 1 inning in relief, has Vance. Cleary Jr. tonight 1-2 with a single, a walk, and a stolen base. 1-0, and that taken outside again from Vance as he falls behind at 2-0. Righty pitcher against the switch hitter from the left side. Here, Cleary Jr. a grounder foul. Third base side, Kevin Baez grabs the baseball with his right hand and flips it to a fan in the seats. So Cleary Jr. now with a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Infield straight away, and the 2-1 is a breaking ball that hits the outside corner for strike 2. So Vance jumps ahead, or gets the count even, I should say, at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cody Puckett waiting in the on-deck, circle for Long Island. 2-2. Line drive up the middle and through into center field, a base hit. Just out of the reach of the diving Jonathan Roop. Second hit of the night for Delta Cleary Jr. The Ducks now with a runner at first and 1 away for Cody Puckett. Mentioned earlier, 9 straight games with a hit, 15 straight games he has reached base safely. Cleary Jr. with his second hit of the night. '26 multi-hit games now on the year for the Ducks center fielder, and here is Cody Puckett, who is looking for his first hit of the night. Ducks now with 5 hits in the ball game. Runner goes, first pitch, hit high in the air to left by Puckett. Back goes Golson on the track, and he'll make the catch. Boy, the ball just absolutely dying, and now racing back to first, Cleary Jr., and he is out. So Cody Puckett drives one to deep left. Cleary Jr. caught too far off of first base. He is doubled off, and the inning is over. No runs, one hit, and nobody left on base for the first time in this game for Long Island. Time to stretch. We're going to turn things over to the public address for God Bless America. Bottom of the seventh coming up after this.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Nick Struck, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Upsky Long Island Hotel in Hauppauge. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Upsky Long Island Hotel features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. Best of all, it's only minutes from Bethpage Ballpark. The Upsky Long Island Hotel, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Another difficult night for the Ducks. They trail 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the seventh inning. Delta Cleary Jr. with a one-out single and took off on the first pitch from Cody Puckett, who cranked one to deep left field, but in the pitcher's park, otherwise known as New Britain Stadium. Ball died on the warning track as Greg Golson lays a bunt beautifully up the first base line. Brownell fields, throws to first. Not in time. It ended up hitting the runner. And safe at first base is going to be Golson on the bunt single. The Bees making things happen offensively to get runners on base. The Ducks have gotten plenty on. They just haven't been able to get them in. So a bunt single for Golson, his third hit of the night. And the leadoff man on for New Britain here in the seventh. That is their 12th hit of the ball game, a season high in hits given up by a Ducks pitcher. That was also Brownell's 100th pitch of the night. So Kevin Bynes trying to get one more inning at least out of his starter before he turns it over to the bullpen. The pitchers, starting pitchers thus far in this series, although they've had their struggles, have given the Ducks some length as Rosa lines one down the left field line foul. Near the Ducks bullpen and the count 0-1. Mike Jackson Jr. with 6 innings on Monday night and allowed 4 runs, only 2 of them earned, but again, all the damage done in 1 inning. The Ducks just could not come back. They scored too late, but could not make the complete comeback. Yesterday, Bobby Blevins allowing 6 runs in the second, ended up pitching 6 innings and allowed 9 runs total. Now the Ducks again tried to rally late, but it was too little, too late. 0-1 to Rosa, fouled over the screen, back behind the plate, off to our right. And so the count 0-2. The Ducks trying to get 7 out of Blevins tonight, out of Brownell tonight, before turning it over to the bullpen most likely. So the bullpen has been getting some rest in this series. That is the good news. The bad news is the Ducks are on the verge of losing their 3rd straight game in this series and 5th overall. 0-2 to Rosa. Breaking ball is down low. And the offense has nobody to blame but themselves in terms of not scoring any runs tonight. They have had opportunities but have left 10 men on. And there the base running blunder by Cleary Jr. taking the bat out of Ruben Gotai's hands. A tough break. That puck had hit the ball like a rocket and probably would have been close to being out at Bethpage Ballpark, or at least gone off the wall, but here, much deeper. Here, a little pop-up, foul behind the plate by Rosa. This will go over the screen and back in front of us, and the fans all go crazy over the foul ball landing into the seats. So a lucky fan goes home with a souvenir. And the count remains 1-2 on Jovan Rosa, who tonight is 1 for 3. Colson leads from first, nobody out. 1-2 pitch. Rosa grounds one foul off the facing of the Ducks dugout. Rosa singled to left in the first. He made a base running blunder back in that first inning, getting caught off second on the line drive by Cole Garner. Turned into a double play. Since then, he has grounded into a 4-3 double play and lined to third. Brownell's 1-2, and Rosa swings and fouls this one off to the first base side, out of play. Up at the top of the seating bowl, and a couple children will go chasing after it, climbing over seats instead of running up the stairs right to their right. And a lucky fan grabs the baseball. Here comes the 1-2 once again, and Rosa takes a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Good cutter there from Brownell, freezes Rosa looking. Fans don't like it, but that was right there. 6th strikeout of the night for Brownell. And there's the first out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Well, here is the man that Brownell has not been able to figure out tonight. That is Craig Maddox. 3 hits and 3 at-bats tonight with 2 RBIs and a run scored. First pitch, and Maddox will take low and inside for ball 1. Maddox a 2-run single to left, beating the shift in the first inning, a double to right in the third, and then scored on the Garner RBI single, and then single to right in the 5th, but was stranded at second base. 1-0. That's outside for ball 2. Unfortunately, with Garner now behind Maddox in the lineup, you can't really pitch around Maddox. Thomas called there. Looks like Maddox got something in his eye, so he will fix that. Now the 2-0. Fastball just missed the outside corner knee high. Brownell now behind in the count at 3 balls and no strikes. Can't imagine that he's going to throw anything for Maddox to hit here. I'm sure he will be ready to hack 3-0. Pitch on the way. Maddox does take, and it just hits the outside corner for strike 1. Now count of 3-1, a good hitter's count. Here is the 3-1 delivery, and Maddox swings. It's a ground ball towards the right side. Gotai charges, fields, juggles the baseball, throws to first, and it gets wide. Past Mike Blank. On his way to third will go Golson. Blank retrieves it to keep Maddox at first. But safe at first base is going to be Maddox. I would have to think that's a tough play, but I'd have to think that is either a straight error or an infield single and an error. So we will wait and see what the official ruling is. But either way, I do believe it is a hit and an error that they have put up on the scoreboard. So it is a hit and an error. And so now the runners are at first and third with 1 away. And up to the plate will step Cole Garner. So an infield single for Maddox, his 4th hit of the night. That allowed Golson to go to second, and then he moves to third on the E4, which is Gotai's 10th of the year. First pitch swung on and missed by Garner for strike 1. Brownell obviously here looking for the ground ball double play to try and get out of this inning with no runs scored. Ducks, with the way the offense has been going tonight, cannot afford to fall behind by any more. Here's the 0-1 from Brownell. Kicks and deals. Garner swings a little pop-up behind the mound. John Brownell will make the catch. Good athletic play by Brownell. He was the only one that would have a chance at getting it. And he was able to make the catch on the pop-up behind the mound for the 2nd out of the inning. Now with 2 away, that will leave it up to Michael Kraus. Kevin Baez goes to retrieve part of the bat that went near the on deck. Circle on the third base side. So with 2 away, here is Michael Kraus, who is 0 for 3 on the night. A ground out, a line out, and a strikeout. First pitch on the way, misses low for ball 1. The runner at third, Golson. The runner at first, Maddox. 1-0 delivery. Kraus pops one up, foul territory, first base side. Blank and Dowd give it a look, but this will be back into the seats. And so that'll even up the count at 1-1. Not good news on the out-of-town scoreboard for the Ducks, as the Patriots have opened up a 6-run lead at home against York, and Bridgeport has rallied back to take a 4-3 lead over Southern Maryland in the 6th. The 1-1 from Kraus. Brownell fires, and Kraus grounds one weakly here up the third baseline, foul. So he is now behind at 1-2. I'm trying to get this last strike to get through the inning and keep the quality start intact and keep this a 3-0 game. Brownell to this point now at 117 pitches, 79 of them for strikes. Here is the 1-2 delivery. And the fastball missed up and away. Kraus would not chase. That'll leave it up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. He's out hitting the Ducks 13-5 tonight. But have only put 3 runs on the scoreboard, giving the Ducks offense a chance to come back. 2-2 is the count. Brownell set at the belt. Kicks and fires, and Kraus will swing and miss, strike 3. Excellent breaking ball for John Brownell. Got him to chase down low. 7th strikeout of the night, and that will retire the side in the 7th. So Brownell allows 2 infield hits in the inning, 1 error as well, but leaves 2 on base. The Bees have now left 9, and after 7 innings of play, the score remains New Britain 3 and Long Island 0.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Anthony Vega, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Well, an excellent job by John Brownell to work out of the first and third one-out jam, getting a pop-out from Cole Garner back to Brownell, and then a strikeout of Michael Kraus for his 7th K of the night. And John Brownell, who threw near 120 pitches tonight, has done his job. Despite allowing 13 hits tonight, he has only given up 3 runs, has battled throughout, has stranded 9 runners on base, and has done everything within his power when he has clearly not had his best stuff to give the Ducks offense a chance to come back. Now it is up to the Bats to find a way to come from behind as they trail 3-0. We head to the 8th, and it'll be Ruben Gottheim, Mike Dowd, and Mike Blank coming to the plate against Kevin Vance. Long Island has had their opportunities throughout, but they have left 10 on base tonight. Last inning was the first in which they didn't leave a runner on. And Gottheim takes a breaking ball for strike 1 from the former Duck. who has now thrown an inning and 2/3 scoreless. He's given up a hit and a walk and a very hard-hit baseball to left by Puckett that was caught on the warning track. The 0-1, and Gotay takes a fastball strike on the outside corner. It's quickly 0-2. And Vance has found his way out of trouble. I think the Ducks will probably go to the bullpen for the 8th. But we will await and see. Here's the 0-2, and Gotay takes the fastball way up and outside for ball 1. Vance is at 27 pitches, but he again just threw 3 2/3 innings on Sunday, so he is stretched out to go long term. The 1-2, Gotay takes the fastball in for a called strike 3. Second strikeout for Vance, and the 8th strikeout for Ducks offense tonight. So there is the first out. At this stage of the game, clearly trailing by 3 runs. Got to protect home plate with 2 strikes to try and get on base. Can't nitpick to try and work out a walk at this point. Need to find ways to get on if you're going to rally back from 3 runs down. So 1 away. And here is Mike Dowd to the plate, who's had a tough night. He is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. First pitch from Vance, and Dowd will take a fastball low. Count goes to 1-0. Fans, don't forget to stop by the Waddle Inn Shop on your next visit to the Duck Pond, where exclusive, hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia is now on sale. 1-0 is up high for ball 2. Proceeds benefit the Quacker Jack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Ducks. Out of the windup, the 2-0. Dowd, ground ball past the mound towards the middle. Jonathan Roof fields behind second, spins, throws to first on a couple hops, not in time. Dowd is able to beat it out, and that will be an infield single for the Ducks catcher. In no way, shape, or form could that be an error, and it is indeed a hit, the 6th of the ball game for Long Island. So Mike Dowd is on, and with that hit, he has now hit safely in 7 straight games. The Mike and Mike combo continue to do work for the Ducks, and here is Mike Blank, the other half of the Mike and Mike combo, who has 3 hits tonight, all for singles, 2 hits to left, 1 to right. Let's see what he can do here in the 8th against his former teammate. First pitch on the way from Vance. Blank swings and rockets one down the left field line. Fair ball. Base hit for Blank. It's going to head into the corner. Down around second, heading for third. Kevin Baez waving him around. Here comes the relay in. The throw to the plate is not in time. It's an RBI double down the left field line for Mike Blank, his 4th hit of the night. The Ducks are on the scoreboard, and they have closed to within 3-1. Boy, is Mike Blank having a heck of a night at the plate. 3 singles and now an RBI double, his 15th double of the year, his 41st run batted in. And Mike Dowd able to score all the way from first on the play. That is going to end the consecutive scoreless inning streak for Kevin Vance, I believe, at just over 7 innings. And Stan Clyburn is going to go to his bullpen to replace Vance. Tyler Colvin was already out in the on-deck circle to pinch hit for John Corey. And so Kevin Vance will be removed from the game. It looks as though a lefty will come out of the bullpen, or perhaps a righty. It actually looks like a righty for New Britain. Pitching change here at New Britain Stadium. The Ducks have gotten on the scoreboard, and they have closed to within 2 at 3-1.
Hey fans, this is pitching coach Marty Jansen, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northwell Health Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and Northwell Health Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at northwell.edu.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
Well, the Ducks have cracked the scoreboard here in the 8th inning after Ruben Gotay took a called third strike. Mike Dowd reaches on the infield single to short, and Mike Blank picks up his 4th hit of the night. An RBI double into the left field corner that scores Dowd for Blank his 41st RBI of the season. That has brought the Ducks to within 2, and now the tying run will come to the plate. The new pitcher for the Bees is right-hander Rob Bryson, who pitched here in the first game of this series back on Monday night. He threw a scoreless inning, did give up 3 hits, including an RBI single to Dan Lyons. But he will come on and pitch here in the 8th inning, and the Ducks will send a pinch hitter to the plate for John Corey. It's going to be Tyler Colvin, who nearly tied or won the game last night for the Ducks in the 9th inning when he hit a fly ball to the warning track in right with 2 on. First pitch on the way. Colvin will take a fastball low from Bryson, and the count goes to 1-0. So John Curry in his 3 plate appearances tonight went 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts and a walk. And now Colvin up to bat with Blank at second and 1 out. The 1-0. Colvin a swing and a miss. Big hack from the former big leaguer, and he cut right through it. And so that'll even up the count at 1-1. Kevin Baez has already put Anthony Vega into the on-deck circle to pinch hit for Chris Skura when his turn comes up to the plate. 1-1 from Bryson to Colvin, and Colvin swings and misses, chasing the breaking ball down in the zone. So Colvin behind at 1-2. Colvin was 0 for 5 at the plate yesterday, as his struggles of late continue. And on the season, entering tonight, Colvin a 182 hitter with 3 homers and 21 runs batted in. Blank takes his lead off of second. Here comes the 1-2. Time called as Bryson stepped off the rubber. Now Bryson ready. Looks to second. The 1-2, Colvin checks his swing and takes low and inside. So Vance ends up going 2 innings in relief for New Britain, and to this point has given up 3 hits and a walk while striking out 2, still responsible for Blank at second. 2-2, Colvin takes the breaking ball low and outside to run the count full. And another walk would put the tying runs on base for Vega. Blank will take his lead off second base after his RBI double has put the Ducks on the scoreboard. 7th hit of the night for Long Island. 3-2 delivery, and Colvin swings and misses for strike 3. 9th strikeout of the night for the Ducks offense, as the pinch hit for John Corey doesn't work, as Colvin goes down swinging. So 2 away, and that'll leave it up to Anthony Vega. And he will pinch hit for Chris Skura, who was 0 for 2 with a walk at the plate tonight. So Vega will pinch hit here in the 8th and presumably go out into left field for Long Island in the bottom half of the inning. And even if the Ducks don't tie it here, just trying to get Blank home from second and make this a 1-run ball game. First pitch on the way. Vega takes a strike at the knees, 0-1. On the year for New Britain, Bryson has a record of 1-1 with a 1.00 ERA through 6 games, but overall is 1-2 with a 5.54 ERA through 12 appearances. Started the year with Somerset. Here is the 0-1. Vega swing and a miss, way out in front, chasing down low. So Bryson gets ahead at 0-2 and threatening to strike out back-to-back pinch hitters to keep this a 2-run ball game. 0-2 on the way from Bryson. Kicks, fires, Vega takes low and outside for ball one. Phelan Lentini waiting in the on-deck circle for the Ducks. Every Ducks batter in this game that started has reached base with the exception of Dan Lyons, who was 0 for 2 and has been pinch hit for. The Ducks have used all three of their bench options tonight. The 1-2, and Vega lifts this one in the air down the left field line. Long run over for Golson. It'll go foul, though. So Long Island has used Wessinger, Colvin, and Vega. They do not have another option position player-wise on the bench. Bryson and Vance have both been used out of the Bees bullpen. And presumably the Ducks will throw a reliever in the bottom of the 8th. There is somebody warming down the left field line for Long Island. Cannot see who it is at this point. Blank continues to lead from second with 2 outs. Here comes the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch from Bryson to Vega. Kicks and fires, and Vega will swing and miss for strike 3. So the Ducks go to their bench for pinch hitters for both John Corey and Chris Skura, and both Tyler Colvin and Anthony Vega strike out. However, the Ducks get on the scoreboard. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave 1 on base through 7.5. It is now a 3-1 ball game in favor of New Britain.
Hey fan, this is outfielder Delta Cleary Jr. and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolat patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolak walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolak pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolak's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolak. Visit Nicolak.com.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owls party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark. To the bottom half of the 8th inning we go. The Ducks are on the scoreboard. They have closed to within 3-1, but stranded Mike Blank at second base following his RBI double, when pinch hitters Tyler Colvin and Anthony Vega both struck out. Jonathan Roof pops the first pitch up foul down the right field line out of play off of John Brownell, who goes back out there for his 8th inning of work. And I believe, if my count is correct, that was just his 120th pitch of the night. Obviously, the bullpen has been used quite a bit of late. Here is the 0-1. Ground ball hit to the left side, past Wessinger in a left field, a base hit. And that is the 14th hit of the night given up by Brownell, and the 3rd straight inning in which the leadoff man has gotten on. And I don't know if this was a situation where Brownell told Kevin Byes he wants to go back out there and try and pitch another inning, or whether Kevin Byes is asking Brownell to throw another inning to give the bullpen even more reprieve. Again, the bullpen has not been used too much in this series. Yesterday, just 2 relievers, Lomangino and Garcia, each throwing an inning. And in game 1, Kreider and Diaz each threw a scoreless inning. First pitch on the way to John Griffin, and he'll pop one up foul first base side out of play. But the bullpen had been used quite a bit during the homestand. And so Kevin Byes hoping his starters are able to give him length. They have so far in this series. Brownell going overtime here tonight. 0-1. Griffin swings and misses at the high fastball. And the count goes to 0-2. By the way, Anthony Vega, who pinch hit for Chris Skura, stays in the game. He is in left field for Long Island. And Colvin takes over as the DH after pinch hitting for John Corey. Ground ball weakly hit to the right side. Ruben Gotai's only play is going to be to first, and he gets it there in time for the out. So John Griffin now 2 for 4 on the night with his 4-3 put out. To second base goes Roof. And with one away, that is going to bring up the second baseman, John DeZamba. Next pitch will be the 125th of the night for Brownell, which for him sometimes is nothing. I've seen him throw up almost near 150 in a game as DeZamba pops the first pitch foul over the screen to the third base side of the plate. Obviously here, if the Ducks do not come back and he is able to finish this inning, it would be a complete game, his league-leading 5th of the year. That's second of the year against New Britain. The 0-1, DeZamba a line drive and a right. Over to his right is Phelan Lentini, and he will make the catch. Staying put at second is Roof. And there is the second out of the inning as DeZamba is now 0 for 4. So 2 away. And that is going to leave it up to the catcher, James Skelton. Looking ahead to the ninth, it'll be the top of the order for the Ducks. Lentini, Wessinger, and Cleary Jr. Again, Wessinger in that spot because of the injury to Dan Lyons earlier after fouling a ball off his foot/shin. First pitch here to Skelton. And he takes low and outside for ball 1. The Ducks do not have any more bench options to go to if they wanted to for Wessinger because they've used all 3 of their position players on the bench. 1-0. Skelton takes the fastball strike over the outside corner to even the count at 1-1. Skelton tonight 1 of 4. He had a single and a run back in the first. Since then he's grounded to first twice and has struck out once. Brownell with 7 strikeouts on the night. The 1-1. Skelton takes the breaking ball low and away. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. Next pitch will be number 130 on the evening for the Duck veteran, who is the team's all-time leader in wins, games started, strikeouts, and innings pitched. 2-1. Breaking ball is high and inside for ball 3 to Skelton. So a good hitter's count now for the Bees catcher. Trying to bring in Jonathan Roof to get the run back that the Ducks just scored in the top half of this 8th inning. 3-1. Fastball outside corner for strike 2. And now we'll have a payoff pitch from Brownell. Coming to Skelton. Right-hander looks in for the sign. Now comes set. Payoff. Skelton takes just outside ball 4. The first walk of the night issued by John Brownell. And so the second runner of the inning reaches. And now 2 on with 2 away for Greg Golson. I did see a Ducks pitcher warming up last inning in the bullpen, but Kevin Bye is sticking with his starter here. At 132 pitches in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch coming to Greg Golson. And he will take a fastball in the inside corner for strike 1. Golson with 3 hits on the night. A single to right in the first where he also scored. A base hit up the middle in the third and a bunt single up the first baseline in the 7th. Here comes the 0-1. Brownell kicks and fires. And this is grounded foul up the third baseline. So a good job by Brownell to get ahead at 0-2 on the New Britain left fielder. Brownell has allowed 14 hits tonight, the most by a Ducks pitcher in a game this year, but boy has he battled, giving up just 3 runs to this point, trying to keep this a 2-run ball game going into the top of the 9th. 0-2 the count. Kick and the pitch from Brownell, and Golson takes inside for ball 1. And what more can you say about what the Ducks pitching staff, their starters, have done in this series in terms of length? Blevins, although he did not have his good stuff last night, was tagged for 9 runs, gave the Ducks 6 innings. Brownell trying to give 8 tonight. And the 1-2 pitch, Golson swings on a breaking ball. He went around for strike 3. Mike Dowd will throw over to Mike Blank at first. 8th strikeout of the night for John Brownell. He has thrown 8 innings tonight, and he keeps this a 2-run ball game in the 8th inning, and has now thrown 136 pitches. Excellent work tonight for Brownell to try and give the Ducks a chance. We head to the 9th. The Ducks trail by 2. They need to try and come from behind to salvage the 3rd game of this series. They trail 3-1.
Hey fans, this is outfielder and bench coach Lou Ford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Municipal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Ducks. For 100 years, MCU has helped New Yorkers achieve their goals with competitive financial products and services. Meet your important or unexpected needs with an MCU personal loan. Whether it's the cost of moving, a family vacation, or even home repairs, an MCU personal loan is a simple solution. To learn more about how an MCU personal loan can work for you, visit nymcu.org today. MCU, celebrating 100 years of service.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Well, what more can you say about Ducks right-hander John Brownell? He has done everything within his power to try and give the Ducks a chance to win this game. He allowed 2 runs in the 1st inning, but got out of that jam, which could have been way worse. He allowed another run in the 3rd, but since that point has not given up a run. And overall tonight, despite allowing 14 hits to the Bees, he has surrendered just 3 runs in the game. He has thrown 136 pitches on the night, 92 of which were thrown for strikes, and has stranded 11 men on base, including at least one in every inning, and 2 in 3 of the last 4 innings. So he has done everything within his power to this point to give the Ducks a chance to come back and win. Now it is up to Long Island to try and score 2 in the 9th to tie, 3 to take the lead, and it'll be the top of the order coming to the plate, Lentini, Wessinger, and Cleary Jr. against the right-hander Rob Bryson, who came in the 8th inning after Mike Blank's RBI double and struck out pinch hitters Tyler Colvin and Anthony Vega. So let's see what the Ducks can do here. First pitch from Bryson to Lentini, and it is taken down the middle for strike 1. Bryson again pitched in the first game of this series, throwing an inning in relief. He gave up hits to Puckett, Lyons, and Vega. Puckett, Lyons, and Blank, and here Lentini grounds one foul, 3rd base side, and is quickly behind it, 0-2. So Lentini steps back in. He's 0 for 3 tonight with a walk. Also has stolen a base. The 0-2 pitch on the way from Bryson, and Lentini swings and misses at the high fastball for strike 3. They get 3 batters and 3 strikeouts tonight for Rob Bryson as Lentini goes down swinging. And there is the first out of the 9th inning. Well, if the Ducks are unable to come back, this will be their first 5-game losing skid of the season. And another tough one to swallow after falling behind early. Several opportunities to come back, but the Ducks have left 11 men on base tonight, 1 in each inning with the exception of the 7th. The first pitch on the way is taken inside for ball 1, and it'll be a tough loss for Brownell, who clearly did not have his best stuff, but has thrown all 8 innings tonight, giving the bullpen some extra reprieve and doing everything in his power to keep this ball game where it's been. A 1-0, and Wessinger takes a fastball on the inside corner for strike 1. Wessinger took over again for Dan Lyons in the 4th inning after Lyons left with an injury due to a foul ball that he had hit off his foot in the 1st. Wessinger has struck out and flown out to left in his 2 at-bats. Hit the ball hard his last time, though. The 1-1. Lessinger takes low. This one gets through the legs of Skelton, but nobody on base. On the count 2-1. A win tonight would guarantee a series victory for New Britain and give themselves an opportunity to go for the sweep tomorrow evening of this 4-game set. Two-1 is lifted in the air to shallow center. Long run in for the center fielder Kraus, but he makes the catch. Lessinger retired, and the Ducks are down to their final out here on Wednesday night. If Bryson nails this one down, it would be his first save since 2014 when he was with AA Akron. That's stat given to us by Chris Knobloch of the New Britain Bees. So the Ducks trailing 3-1 here in the ninth. Bryson has retired the first two he has faced in this inning, and now it's up to Delta Cleary Jr., who was 2 for 3 with a pair of singles and a walk tonight, to keep the ball game alive. First pitch takes up and outside for ball 1. Cleary Jr. had struck out in the first, but a single and a stolen base in the third, a walk in the fifth, single to center in the seventh, but was doubled off of first when he went too far. He had gone to try and steal second and could not scamper back in time on the fly ball to deep left by Puckett. 1-0. Cleary Jr. a pop-up. Foul territory, third base side. Rosso over towards the stands. He'll run out of room. This one is in the seats. And the count now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Tomorrow the Ducks will send Chris McCoy to the mound, who lasted just 2 1/3 innings his last time out and gave up 6 runs against the Barnstormers on Saturday night. The Bees will counter with Mike Lee, who has also struggled this year. And you have to think tomorrow's game will be much more high scoring than tonight's contest at 3-1. Teams have combined for 21 hits tonight, but just 4 runs. The 1-1 on the way to Cleary Jr. Pitch on the way, and he will swing and pop it up again. Foul, third base side, well out of play. So the count 1-2, and the Ducks down to their final strike. In need of Cleary Jr. reaching base to avoid their 5th straight defeat. Bryson looks in for the sign from his catcher Skelton, gets the pitch he likes. The 1-2 on the way to Cleary Jr. is taken high and inside for ball 2. Fans thought he had strike 3, but that definitely missed. So the count now even at 2-2. Fans with the 2-strike claps again here in New Britain. 2-2 from Bryson. Cleary Jr. fouls this one back behind the plate. Fights off another to stay alive. 26th multi-hit game of the year for Cleary Jr. tonight with his 2 singles. Cody Puckett waiting in the on-deck circle, hitless tonight in 4 trips to the plate, but hoping to get an opportunity here in the ninth. 2-2 once again, and Cleary Jr. swings and fouls it again back to the screen. Good job by the Ducks center fielder to fight off another tough one and stay alive. Fans still in attendance here in New Britain, making some noise, trying to will their team to a 3rd straight win. 2-2 pitch on the way. Cleary Jr. swings and misses for strike 3, chasing up and out of the zone. And the Ducks, despite the complete game effort from John Brownell and 4 hits from Mike Blank, drop their 5th in a row as they fall 3-1 to the New Britain Bees. Rob Bryson comes in, retires all 5 batters he faces, striking out 4. As a team, the Ducks strike out 12 times, and they leave 11 men on base in the 3-1 loss. We'll take a break and come right back. Post-game show comes up after this.
Hey fans, this is Todd Coffey, right-handed pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on Park in the Park Night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Well, for the fifth straight night, including the third in a row here in New Britain, the Ducks have fallen. They dropped this one by a count of 3-1, and arguably the toughest of the bunch, as John Brownell did everything within his power to try and give the offense a chance to come from behind after he put the team in an early 2-0 hole in the first inning. He goes the complete game for his fifth complete game of the year. It leads the Atlantic League and strikes out 8. Mike Blank does everything within his power at the plate to try and get the job done with 4 hits, including the lone RBI, but ultimately the Ducks fall into an early hole after missing out on an opportunity early, and they end up dropping this game 3-1. Let's go through the recap. The Ducks had that opportunity right away in the first inning, as we've seen a couple times already in this series. Early chance to take the lead, score the first run of the game with a big opportunity, and they missed. They had a runner at third with nobody out after Lentini walked, stole second, and went to third on the throwing error. But Lyons struck out, Cleary Jr. struck out, and after Cody Puckett was hit by a pitch, Ruben Gotay popped out to left to end the inning. And so the Ducks could not play the game's first run, and it came back to bite him in the bottom of the first because John Brownell served up 4 straight singles to open the game. James Skelton and Greg Golson to right, Rose to left, and then the 2-run single to left center, beating the shift was Craig Maddox to drive in Skelton and Golson, part of a 4-hit night for Maddox. And that gave the Bees a 2-0 lead. Brownell was able to get out of that inning without any further trouble. And then in the third would allow his only other run of the game, as with 2 outs after he allowed a single and got a double play, gave up a double to right to Maddox and a bloop single to left center for Cole Garner that would score Maddox and make it a 3-0 ball game. After that point, he would allow no runs, and we'll get to more on Brownell in a moment. But meanwhile, the Ducks once again had multiple opportunities in this game to fight back. In the second inning, they had picked up a single with 1 out from Mike Blank. A walk and a fielder's choice would follow. So they would end up having runners at the corners with 2 outs after having first and second with 1 out. But ultimately, Lentini grounded into a force to end that inning, and the Ducks had left 4 on in the first 2. They left single runners on in the third, fourth, and fifth innings. And then in the sixth inning, had another big opportunity against Anthony Marzi. They got the leadoff walk from Ruben Gotay and a 1-out single from Mike Blank that spelled the end of the night for Marzi. Kevin Vance, the former Duck, came in. He would strike out John Corey. Chris Skura, though, would draw a walk to load up the bases and give Phelan Lentini an opportunity, but Lentini popped out to second, the Ducks leaving 3 men on there. Long Island had a 1-out single in the 7th, but a line-out double play by Puckett, who hit one of the warning track in left, and then Cleary Jr. could not get back to first in time. In the 8th, the Ducks would get their only run of the night, as with 1 out, Mike Dowd reached on an infield single to short, and Mike Blank followed with an RBI double down the left field line. But Stan Clyburn, who has made so many decisions in this series that have turned to gold, called upon Rob Bryson, who would eventually record the 5-out save, and he struck out both pinch hitter Tyler Colvin and pinch hitter Anthony Vega swinging to end the 8th and keep it a 3-1 game. Bryson then will retire the side in order in the 9th, striking out 2. And that would end the game. John Brownell did everything in his power he could. He was hit around throughout the course of the entire game. He gave up at least 1 hit in every inning, but he also stranded at least 1 on base in every inning. And after leaving single runners on in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, he left 2 on in the 5th, 1 on in the 6th at third base, 2 on in the 7th, and 2 more on in the 8th. And struck out 8 for the game. A terrific job by him, going above and beyond, throwing 136 pitches. But it wasn't enough as the Ducks fell tonight 3-1. The final totals for the Bees: 3 runs on 14 hits in the game, 1 error, And they left a total of 11 men on base for the Ducks, who also left 11 on base, 1 run on 7 hits and 1 error. Anthony Marzi, who has now thrown 18 1/3 consecutive scoreless innings, 18 2/3 consecutive scoreless, gets the win. He improves to 4-1. The loser, John Brownell, a hard luck loss despite the complete game effort. He falls to 8-5. The save to Rob Bryson, his first of the year. The game took 2 hours and 43 minutes in front of a crowd announced of 3,598 tonight. In terms of player of the game, there are a couple players on the Ducks side that we have to give honorable mentions to that did everything that they could to try and give the Ducks a win tonight, going above and beyond the call of duty. John Brownell, as we mentioned, complete game, his 5th of the year. He got into the early trouble, but ultimately went the full distance and allowed only 3 runs despite giving up 14 hits. Another quality start for him, his 13th in his last 14 starts. Walked 1, struck out 8 through 136 pitches tonight, 92 for strikes. And Mike Blank, who is having a terrific day at the plate and a terrific series, he goes 4 for 4 with a double and an RBI, driving in the only run of the game. But tonight we'll give it to Craig Maddox of New Britain, who was 4 for 4 at the plate. He had the big hit, the 2-run single in the first off of Brownell, and followed that up with a double and a run in the third, a single to right in the 5th, and an infield single to second in the 7th. So tonight Craig Maddox will be our player of the game. We'll take one more break. When we come back, the out-of-town scoreboard, and then we'll wrap things up from New Britain Stadium.
Hey fans, this is infielder Matt Wessinger, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Long Island's Ford Giant is bigger and better than ever. Sayville Ford celebrating the grand opening of their new state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's grand opening celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's grand opening savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
A hard night once again for the Ducks. They lose their 5th in a row for the first time this season as they drop the 3rd game of this 4-game set to the New Britain Bees by a final count of 3-1. They will try and salvage the finale of the series tomorrow before they head down to Sugar Land, Texas. And as we begin to look at the out-of-town scoreboard, things not looking much better for Long Island there. Somerset with an 8-1 lead now over the York Revolution, top half of the 8th inning. That's not good news either for the Bees, who entered the day 5 games behind Somerset in the Liberty Division. James Simmons started for York. He has since been replaced by Luis Perdomo. Nick Turley started and struck out 10 over 6 innings of 1-run ball for Somerset. Jim Miller is now on to pitch. Patriots being led offensively by Brian LaHare, Kyle Roller, and Carlos Guzman, who each have 2 hits and 2 RBIs. LaHare and Guzman have each scored twice as well. And so it's Somerset 8 and York 1 in the 8th inning. Meanwhile, the Bridgeport Bluefish have a 7-4 lead over the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. In the top of the half of the 8th inning down in Waldorf, Maryland, David Kubiak starting tonight for Bridgeport. He is still in. Tim Sexton started for Southern Maryland. And now in the ball game is Joe Van Meter. As for the offense, Bridgeport being led offensively by Luis Hernandez, who is 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Sean Burrows, the former Duck, also has 3 hits and 2 walks. And meanwhile, for Southern Maryland, Zach Wilson leading the way, 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Sugar Land and Lancaster were rained out tonight in Texas, so they will have a doubleheader tomorrow to close out that series. Yankees fell earlier today 7-4 to the Blue Jays up at Yankee Stadium. J.A. Happ, the win, improved to 17-3. C.C. Sabathia, the loss, fell to 7-10. And Roberto Osuna picked up his 27th save of the year. In the home run department for the Yankees, Gary Sanchez, another one, his 5th of the year. Chase Headley is 11th, and Starlin Castro is 15th. And for the Blue Jays, Melvin Upton Jr. hit his first of the season. Mets and the Diamondbacks will get underway at 9:40 out in Arizona. For the Mets, Jonathan Neese, who is 8-6 with a 5.20 ERA. Zach Godley will go for the Diamondbacks, 3-2 with a 5.24 earned run average. And in Olympic action today, the United States men's basketball team 105-78 winners over Argentina. 27 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds for Kevin Durant to lead the way. Knicks forward Carmelo Anthony had 7 points and 5 rebounds. So that will do it for the out-of-town scoreboard. This series will conclude tomorrow. The Ducks will turn to right-hander Chris McCoy, who after getting a win with a couple scoreless innings of relief in his first outing, took the loss his last time out as he allowed 6 runs on 8 hits and 2 1/3 innings last Saturday against the Barnstormers. So he is 1-1 with a 12.46 ERA on the season. And the Bees will counter with right-hander Mike Lee, who has struggled this year. He's 4-5 with a 5.56 ERA. He has spent time with the Barnstormers and the Bees. And so we feel like tomorrow's game will probably be a very high-scoring affair. But the Ducks will have to try and find a way to figure out how to get the early lead and how to take advantage of some of their opportunities that they've had to earn a win in the series finale against the Bees. The season series with New Britain is now tied up at 8 apiece, but New Britain has continued to be successful here at home against the Ducks. They have now won 5 of 6 meetings with Long Island here at New Britain Stadium. That's going to do it for us tonight here in Central Connecticut. Once again, the final score, it was the Bees 3 and the Ducks 1. We invite you to join us for our next Ducks broadcast, which will be tomorrow night when the Ducks and Bees wrap up this 4-game set. Pre-game show is going to begin at 6:20. First pitch at 6:35. You can follow all the action right here on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball, and online as well at liducks.com. My name is Michael Pollock. Thank you so much for spending your Wednesday night with me. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Have a great rest of your Wednesday night. We'll do it all over again on Thursday here in New Britain, Connecticut. Good night and so long from New Britain Stadium.